Good morning. It's 7 a.m. here on Friday, April 5th. Today in Baton Rouge, you can expect mostly sunny skies with a high of 81 in hour one of today's show. We'll talk some LSU baseball as we recap Game 1 of the Tigers versus the Commodores. We'll also talk LSU spring football as well as some New Orleans Pelicans. You can follow us on Twitter or Instagram at OTB_ESPN and watch us on YouTube at the 104.5 ESPN channel. Hour number one of Off the Bench, live from the Mercedes-Benz of Baton Rouge studio, starts now.
Let we go!
All-Star Toyota presents Off the Bench with Jacob Hester and T-Bob Hebert.
Yeah!
Off the Bench with Hester and T-Bob.
Hey, they said I got to come off the bench.
All-Star Toyota presents Off the Bench with Hester and T-Bob. Yo.
Yo, what's happening, y'all? Welcome in. Friday, don't you love it? April 5th, 2024. T-Bob Lounge and Taylor hanging out with you today, and I hope you are having a wonderful Friday thus far. I hope you had a fantastic Thursday, and I hope that, the weekend finds you well. And how could it not after the news last night, after the results last night? That's right. You probably heard it. You probably watched it online somewhere or another. But Luke Babbitt returning to the New Orleans Pelicans for the playoff push. Oh, my God. Could not get any better than that. No, I'm sorry. I just saw that like 30 seconds ago. I actually remember Luke Babbitt quite fondly, and so I'm excited for that. But I'm really excited because you see I got the baseball jersey on today. The boys did exactly what they needed to do in the box last night. Start this Vandy series off with a massive win. It wasn't without its problems, but I love the fact that they went toe-to-toe with what looked like maybe the second best staff in the SEC, put up a couple crooked numbers, and found a way to win that game. So we'll get into it. We'll look at tonight's game, the rest of the series as well. Taylor gave you a rundown of the show, talk a little college football Super League, and then in hour number 3, just whatever, we're going to mess around and have some fun. How we feeling today, guys? How you doing, Alondra?
I am doing really well. I feel excited because we have Rock the Country this weekend.
Nice.
So today, actually, I'm going to leave right after the show to head over there.
Okay.
I'm going to say I was laughing because I feel like time got away from all three of us. Like, I saw it was 6:59 and I was like, wait. Hold on.
I was still in my office and I heard Taylor start talking to open the show. So I was not fully prepared for
And Taylor was like getting his headphones. So we were all just like, what is time?
It's Friday, guys.
I look up and I'm like, where's Alondra going? Like, she seems in a hurry. And I was like, crap, we have about 30 seconds. I got to go run and get mine
30
too.
seconds.
And I was getting papers off the printer.
Yeah. One of the interesting quirks about this job, you can't really not do it.
Yeah.
Right? I mean, like, once the time starts, you have to go ready or not.
Yeah. Ready or not.
Yeah. Shout out to the baseball team though. An excellent night too, by the way. Just a beautiful day outside in Baton Rouge. An excellent, perfect weather for baseball. And as I said, the boys getting it done. There's a lot to choose from in terms of answers with the question I'm about to ask. But I wanted to see where y'all's heads are at. In last night's win, what element of the win was your favorite part?
Hitting with runners in scoring position has got
to
be
be
it because it's been like the biggest issue, I feel like.
Yeah, we mentioned it yesterday. A great stat by Koki Riley of The Advocate. Shout out Koki. Was it 8 of 56 in the last 7 games previous to last night? Well, what do you do last night? You go 6 of 18. Solid 300. I particularly loved the 4th inning because, look, I mean, don't get me wrong, like putting up 6 in the 3rd, I think that was more runs than maybe Vandy had given up in like the last 4 or 5 games, and you do it in 1 inning. That's great, but doing it in 1 inning can have the sort of feel of I don't know if fluky is the right word, but I guess that's essentially what I'm saying, like being a bit fluky. So to come back the next inning and with 2 outs to put up 3 more, that was really the moment for me where I was like, okay, hell yeah. Like, okay, this team is figuring it out. And so, I mean, whether it's Tommy White, Brady Neal, Hayden Travinski, a bunch of guys coming up with those hits when they're needed. Like we said, this baseball team had done so much work in some of these other series to get to these big inflection points only to then fail at the critical juncture. And last night, that was not the case. Taylor, what was your favorite element of last night's game?
So not because I doubted him or anything. Luke Holman's been great all year, but he had a bad outing last weekend against Arkansas. I wanted to see how he responded. He had 10 strikeouts. He was great through the first 4 innings, got touched up a little bit there in the 5th, but I mean, he gives you that solid lead. You wanted to see how he responded. And I get it. You know, he pitched at Alabama for a few years. He's been there, done that, but last weekend was the first time you kind of thought, oh, Luke Holman's human. You know, how's he going to respond from this bad outing? And I thought he played well.
He did, and I think that I was very happy for Holman that he had such a cushion to play with because he's been thrust into a lot. I mean, it just comes to the territory being the Friday night starter. Maybe I shouldn't call it unfair because you're always going to be going toe-to-toe with aces, and so it's going to be rare that you're going to have that much wiggle room to operate with. But yeah, Holman was fantastic. And as you said, he does end up giving up, was it like a walk, maybe a couple singles, and then on the 3-2 count, there was the 3-run shot. But that's why it's a team game, you know? Like, that's why you have, that's why there's 2 phases of the game. Sometimes your pitchers, that's just going to happen. And it's funny because that shot came on a 3-2 count, and up to that point, I was just thinking that, like, damn, Luke Holman is incredible with the high pressure 3-2s. It's been all year long. I feel like he is so good at challenging batters and throwing strikes 3-2, but then also getting them to chase a lot of times. And that was one where, look, the guy he just called it. He just felt breaking ball, nailed it, and gave it a ride. So Holman is still, though, the K numbers simply fantastic. One of my favorite parts last night was it Jay Johnson or one of us that was talking about how this team kind of has to learn to win. They have a lot of talent, but they got to learn to win. And so you jump out of this massive lead. Then you have the wobble from Holman. You have the big 2-out error from Braswell, which he's got to get that right. I mean, 9 errors now, leading the SEC. His bat is so good in conference. It's been your best. So it's like, it's not all bad with Braswell, but he's almost like an inverse Paxton Kling right now. And you can't have that out of your shortstop. But so you have the Holman wobble, you get the big 2-out error, and all of a sudden, your 9-0 lead is 9-6, and there's 3 innings to go. And at that point, it felt doomed, because of how you've lost games up to this point this season. And so for Griffin Herring to find a way, bases loaded, to get out of it and then just really cruise through the rest of the game and shut the door in Vanderbilt's face, and this team find a way to win that game, I think that was a really big moment. Like, I know a lot of people out there were, and because I wasn't, I think it's completely natural. I think a lot of people were feeling that LSU was going to crumble after that 6, and maybe even in that 6, and then Herring comes up, and it's one of those sort of hangdog, Eeyore type of moments where you're like, oh, of course, you make the error, and so of course now they're going to come back and tie. I actually had a little bit of those feelings when you kicked that strikeout that should have ended the game. And all of a sudden, I don't think the tying run was on, because I think there were only 2 on. I don't think the tying run's on the plate, but all of a sudden you're like, oh my God, dude, if this happens again, if you drop another SEC game that should have ended, but you kicked the K, and then what did Griffin Herring do? Talk about mental toughness. He came right back, and he strikes out the next guy. So a fantastic game last night. Is there anything else that I wanted to highlight? We mentioned the 2-out hitting in the 4th, running scoring position, jumping on him early. It's really just successful hitting against what was the second best staff in the SEC. And look, it looked like Vanderbilt had a massive advantage on the mound, and you were able to negate that with your approach.
One thing I did notice too, until that error in the 6th or whatever, was I feel like before, the offense and the defense weren't ever kind of on the same page. Like Luke Holman would go out there, strike out the side, and then your offense would come back and go 3 up, 3 down.
Yeah, like be in there for 10 pitches.
Mm-hmm. And I feel like they did a better job of giving Luke Holman a second to breathe.
I think what you're getting at, that it was good complimentary baseball.
Yeah.
Last night.
Like what Jay Johnson was saying yesterday. We got to play better complimentary baseball.
And I mean, credit to Jay Johnson, man. He told us yesterday how they were going to approach this, and that look, we've been through that he's been through things like this before in his managerial career, and the approach was going to be to narrow the focus to the moment at hand. This game, this pitch, that's all that matters. And he mentioned the fact that look, we have a lot of power hitters that need to learn how to hit. He's used to doing the opposite, or maybe he has great hitters and then he develops power. Well, now he's having to, they already have the power, but he's having to develop like a more consistent hitting approach. And that it worked last night for whatever that's worth. It worked last night. So it's going to be tough today. Gage Jump going to be on the mound. Remember, Vandy saving their ace for Saturday. So you really, really want to go ahead and put a bow on this series, get the dub tonight, and then just see whatever you can do come Saturday. So I'm very excited to see Jump later today. LSU Gymnastics, real quick. We're going to get the Blake Baker audio next as he was speaking after LSU spring practice. But shout out to LSU Gymnastics. Remember, yesterday they were starting their regional tournament to get to the eventual NCAA final. And, they advanced out of their initial group of 4 with a nice 197-8. Which is kind of funny, man. They ended up winning their portion of the region. So how it works is the top 2 teams advance to Saturday, and now on Saturday it'll be LSU, Minnesota, Arkansas, and Kentucky. But I'm so used to this LSU team just putting up 198s consistently like it's nothing. Then I'm like, oh man, 197-8, what happened? And yet that was the highest score of anybody on the day. So I mean, this team is excellent, and it's actually kind of, I would say, desirable at this point. You don't want to kind of waste your great scores here early on in the tournament. And so they move on to Saturday, in which, again, they need to be top 2 out of LSU, Minnesota, Arkansas, Kentucky. And if they can do that, well, then they will advance. Any other baseball thoughts? We'll probably circle back around, get to what chat's saying about last night as well. But if you want to get involved, youtube.com/1045ESPN. Hit the like button, share it with your friends. And on the other side, let's hear from new LSU defensive coordinator Blake Baker. Keep it locked right here on OTB.
Off the Bench with Hester and T-Bob. ESPN Baton Rouge, New Orleans, Alexandria, and 1130 The Tiger.
Go to allstartoyotabatonrouge.com, All-Star Toyota of BatonRouge.com. That's the website, right? It's a great place to start your journey. You can explore all the vehicles that they offer, the incredible deals that they have going down. You can even order a custom vehicle with All-Star Toyota Express. I would still say that I would probably go and see them off of Airline in Goodwood. They have a fantastic staff over there at All-Star Toyota, and they can guide you to exactly what you and your family needs. Like I've gone, and that could be a number of different things, right? Maybe a brand new vehicle, maybe you need a lease. Maybe you want a Toyota certified used vehicle where you still get warranty. I remember one time I went in there and I just had a number, and I was like, look, this is what I feel comfortable being able to spend a month. Like, what can y'all get me? And they found me the perfect answer. So your answer too lies at All-Star Toyota. Go to allstartoyotabatonrouge.com today.
Our listeners fire off their opinions on the jimsfirearms.net hotline at 499-1045. Keep listening for your next chance to shoot us your thoughts with the jimsfirearms.net hotline on 1045 ESPN Baton Rouge.
There it is, the extra mile, on the border of expected and extraordinary for those willing to go further, like vans customized for work or play, with safety and tech to keep you connected, supported by a 5-star sales, service, and finance team, and backed by the 1-star you know. So go the extra mile. It's never crowded, because so few have what it takes to go there. Mercedes-Benz Vans.
I've been doing business with Luba for 25 years. They're dependable, trustworthy. It's just the attention to detail with our clients.
Our folks have years and years of experience. They're highly trained professionals, but many companies have that asset. What I'd like to think makes Luba a bit different is that we use those talents in a way that truly is dedicated to serving the needs of the folks who depend on us.
Phone Crew is here to tell you about Six Rings Baseball and Softball Camp. If you live on the North Shore and play ball, go to Six Rings Camps with former LSU assistant coach Dan Canaveri. His knowledge is second to none, and your child will improve and have fun doing it. Camps were held at Coquille Park and Six Rings Academy in Covington with 4 sessions over the summer. Full day and morning only sessions are available from ages 7 to 13. Go to sixringsbaseball.com or call 985-206-9096. Learn the game to love the game.
Breck teamed up to reimagine your parks, and you imagined big. With your help, we went to work, creating 12 beautiful community parks across the parish. A family-sized water park, miles and miles of trails, and parks just for your dogs. There are more places to splash, to explore, to run wild, and even soar. You imagined, we delivered. Gold. Breck, your #1 park system in the nation.
Electricity is all around us, and our families depend on it. Every day is sparked by the power of a cold drink or a warm meal, a movie night, and a comforting light at the end of a dark hallway. From sunrise to sunset, playtime to bedtime, our team is ready to take care of your electrical needs, even in the case of an after-hours emergency.
All-Star Toyota presents Off the Bench with Hester and T-Bob. ESPN Baton Rouge, New Orleans, Alexandria, and 1130 The Tiger.
Tad and y'all, welcome back to OTB. Hanging out this morning. There appears to be a new name on the block when it comes to cornerback at LSU right now. So Ashton Stamps is running with the ones. No surprise there. Stamps showed a lot of potential last year. I believe our own intrepid gumshoe journalist, Taylor Sharp, weren't you on the Ashton Stamps train from camp last year? I believe. So Stamps is developing kind of how we thought he would, and he showed some potential. But there's a freshman running with the ones opposite of him, which I actually find to be pretty shocking for a couple of reasons, right? I mean, and let's not, okay, I want to be clear. I don't want to make too much of this. It's spring, it's one day, whatever, right? But if we were talking about names to potentially start, I'd have Toviano in there. J.K. Johnson is somebody who you've been hearing good things about. Now, of course, Zy Alexander is still recovering from injury, and that's, so it's impossible to predict where he's going to fall in that pecking order. But I would not have thought it was P.J. Woodland. And yet, Blake Baker said, look, he's physical, he can run. He's been really impressed by him. And so P.J. Woodland, he's an early enrollee already starting to run with the ones, a 3-star out of Mississippi. And if you're feeling that little tingle in your belly, I'm kind of with you, man. Because sometimes with these DBs, these dogs, they can... The underrated ones are so hungry for success. I mean, I guess I saw it firsthand with somebody like Tyrann Mathieu, which is obviously the most extreme edge case of something like this. But they're so hungry for success and so overlooked that they get there and all they want to do is work and just kick ass and work. And it sounds like that's exactly what P.J. Woodland's doing. So, again, I'm not saying he's a starter or anything, but am I like, okay, let's play. Who are the names that could potentially start at corner? Obviously, Ashton Stamps probably going to. J.K. Johnson. Who else did we just say?
Toviano.
Yeah, sorry. Toviano, Woodland, Zy Alexander in returns.
Jair Brown, who you brought in from Ohio State.
Yep. So that's kind of crazy, though, that Woodland would be getting any ones reps over those guys. Like, that shows that he's doing well, man. Shout out to him. Yesterday, Blake Baker, he met with the media. And let's get to some of these comments. First off, he talks about the interior defensive line, which, as we know, is, if you're playing a video game, it is the glowing weak spot on the boss saying, shoot here, does extra damage. This is how you'll beat me. Here's what Coach Baker had to say about the D-line.
I think they're getting better every day. I think Coach Davis is really doing a nice job with them. And we have some pieces to work with in there. We have some guys that have played some football, some new faces, some guys obviously moved from the offensive line. So I would say it's a work in progress, but I will say that they have shown improvement daily. So that's kind of where we're at.
Ooh. It's honest. It's honest in the work in progress. But that's also, I mean, you read between the lines. Right, there's a subtext there that's kind of like, ugh. So, work in progress. We'll see. But hey, they're getting better. I would hope so, right? Hey, if nothing else, game day. Like, I don't think this D-line's going to be great on the interior, obviously, but game day should be significantly easier than practice the majority of the time because they are going against one of the best. They're going against one of the best offensive lines in the entire country, if not the best. So, if nothing else, they should get to the game and say, okay, this is actually a bit easier than having to go up against Dellinger and Frazier and Campbell and Jones and DJ Chester. Blake Baker was asked about coming back to LSU, actually after kind of being forced to find his fortune and make his way in Mizzou. This is Baker too.
We were really, really excited. We really did enjoy our time in Columbia, and Coach Drinkwitz was absolutely phenomenal, and we're still really close, which made it a tougher decision, to be honest with you. But at the end of the day, the opportunity to be close to home, be close to family. My kids right now are at their grandma's. They're on spring break. They're at their grandma's in Mandeville right now for the week. So things like that, you just can't take for granted when you get the opportunity in this profession, especially at a place like LSU. This to me has always been one of those dream jobs. When I first got into coaching, actually, even before I got into coaching, I've always dreamed of being the defensive coordinator here. And so when the opportunity rose, I kind of took everything and we sat down as a family and thought it was the best decision for our family, but very, very happy to be back.
So, I mean, look, it's you can sit here and you can be cynical about it, but let's say it really was the dream job or even amongst the top three. What an incredible feeling it must be to not only get that job, but also get the $2.5 million salary that comes along with it. The only thing now is you got to perform, right? In Spider-Man, they say with great power comes great expectation. Well, in football, with great money comes great expectation. And if you look at last year with Matt House, that's one of the reasons why people are so angry. I mean, you're paying this guy $2 million to put together one of the most passive and ineffective defenses we've ever seen, one of the worst in the entire country. And if you've listened to the offseason comments from the players, one of the themes has been about the aggressiveness of Baker versus the passivity of Matt House's defense, right? And like House's defense was so terrified of making a mistake, of having an MA, a missed assignment, that they just tried to read and react to everything. React was the word. I like defenses to dictate. I like defenses to take the initiative, even if it opens you up to risk. And here is Baker talking about how
the style of defense we play helps, but I also think really just trying to allow our kids to play free. There's a lot of opportunities to make plays within the scheme. And so just small things as far as, again, when I say style of play, we want to be a vertical one-gap defense where we're creating havoc in the backfield. But I think keeping it simple for our guys and then trying to make it complicated on the offense. And I think the way that we install the defense from a verbiage standpoint, we try to compartmentalize things. I think all those things kind of foster that. But then most importantly to me, it's an attitude, it's a mindset, and it starts with how we take the field every single day. And I've been pleased with our guys. They've really taken to it, as far as what we're trying to do from a culture standpoint.
So I love that philosophy, and it's very similar to what Dave Aranda used to espouse. This idea that you ultimately want to have a system, and how you do this, it's so easy to say, right? It's like anything else in life where, yeah, of course, if you do these things, you'll be successful. The magic comes in the guys that can figure out ways to do it. But it's this idea that you make it look super complex to the offense and kind of try to confuse them with how you're lining up and where pressure is coming from. But somehow you make it super simple to your guys so that they're not even really thinking. And in that way, they're able to let their athleticism shine. Because have you ever played FTL or any like space game, or you watch like Star Trek back in the day, and they're putting like, we need all powers to the front shields, or 20% more to the engines. Like everybody has finite resources, okay? And in football, it's no different. And it's almost like every resource percentage point that you have to commit to the mental takes out of the physical, and vice versa. And you can't be 100% either way. You can't, because at the end of the day, you have to think, right? Duh. But the point is, on defense especially, the less thinking, the better, because it allows you to maximize your defense, your athleticism, and the points that you're applying there. Let's go to Harold Perkins here, because obviously the big question is inside linebacker. Why is he back there? Is that the best role for him? Here's why Blake Baker thinks he is better suited to play on the inside this year.
Schematically, I really don't even know what they did last year, so I can't answer that from a schematic standpoint. But inside linebacker, to me, it's an instinctual position, but the way you gain instincts is by getting reps. So the more and more reps he gets, the more and more he continues to grow, and you've seen that so far. But that's really what it's going to come down to is making sure that we can maximize his reps, maximize him seeing different looks, and then playing off of that, and then simplifying the game for him. I think you go back to 21 with Damone Clark, same thing is everybody said, oh, he can't play inside linebacker. He can't. If you simplify the game for any kid, they can do what you ask them to do. And that's part of being a good coach, in my opinion, is asking a kid to do something that he can physically do and then demand he do it. So he'll be just fine. I'm excited about him.
Ooh, sounds like a pretty confident answer right there, Bo. Also, again, that philosophy that we just talked about at the 4 of his answer. All right, get to Baker 8 here. This is how they're going to use Harold Perkins.
Hold on, real quick. A fire alarm goes off in the middle of his answer.
I assumed that it was like he was talking about it.
So just a heads up.
All right, cool.
But he's growing exponentially.
Oh, that was a great
clip.
clip.
Perk has done a phenomenal job buying into what we want to do. I know that's always the number one question I get is, how are you going to use Harold? I think you can use Harold in a variety of different ways. I think we have to start him somewhere and get him really good at that. But he's so explosive. He's got an innate ability to really turn the edge, So, again, we're going to find out what he does best, and we're going to utilize his skill set. And hopefully, matchup-wise, do it against their worst player. He can play inside linebacker. He's grown exponentially, and it's hot in here. But he's grown exponentially as far as his you want me to stop or keep going?
Those are very thoughtful answers, and hopefully a bit of foreshadowing, right? As Harold Perkins should be burning down SEC offenses this fall. I love that answer about matchups, because so often we are guilty. And by the way, I think these are very thoughtful answers from Blake Baker. Like, this is not just pure run-of-the-mill coach speak. Now, obviously that's an interview setting, and so it's always going to be a bit measured. But again, I think he's being thoughtful here. But I love the idea of matchups, because we only think about him from the offensive side of the ball, right? Getting your playmakers out there in space, getting him the ball, trying to line up like your guy in the slot against a linebacker, right, who's too slow to keep up with him. We rarely think about manufacturing matchups on the defensive side of the ball. And so to hear that be at the top of the mind for Baker, and then to think about how you take advantage of that, identifying weakness, during a game week when you're game playing, identifying weaknesses on the offense, and then specifically trying to exploit said weaknesses with Perk lining up on like a guard who's maybe weak, or a tackle that gets confused by coverage. Like I really like hearing that. Okay, let's do one more. Here's Blake Baker. Let's do Baker 14. This is Blake Baker on what he's seen from the secondary thus far.
I've seen some ups and downs. The one thing I'll say is we got guys that'll attack the football. We've done a really, really good job on the back end creating turnovers, especially Sage Ryan sticks out to me. He's had several takeaways this spring. Major Burns has had a really good spring so far. I think the corners have probably grown more than any group from practice 1 to practice what are we in, 11, 12, somewhere like that? I don't know what it is, but those corners have gotten much, much better, really as a unit. I think we have guys probably playing a little more in their natural position on the back end than maybe in the past, so I've been pleased with them. I think we got to continue to grow, and that will be, the motto across summer workouts and everything, but I do think we have some really good pieces to work with back there. I think we have good depth as well.
Okay, Sage Ryan, I see you. And that's a pretty encouraging answer on the secondary, right? And it's kind of funny. Judge that answer against the interior defensive line answer, and you see like what the real weakness is, right? Like that's actually a confident answer. And when we've talked about it in the past, when you look at that secondary, it's like I think you have the talent. I just don't know exactly which names are going to emerge. But it's interesting to think about someone like Sage Ryan, who definitely improved last year and became a bit of a playmaker, one of the few guys that flashed. But it's interesting to think like he came in with so much hype, and then he hasn't really necessarily lived up to that hype. It just kind of comes to the territory of being a 5-star. But like maybe there's more there than we know. And I guess that goes for this entire defense because of how they had been coached in the past. Well, okay, real quick. Speaking of secondary, let's actually hear what he said then on PJ Woodland. This is Baker 6, and then we'll go.
Competitiveness. PJ Woodland is a competitor. He's feisty. He'll throw it in there. He's physical, and he can run. But more than anything, for a freshman or a high school senior, as you put it, we've thrown him out there with the thrown him out there against our top receivers, and he competes. And that's where it starts. But he's got the physical tools. So I've been really, really impressed by him. It wasn't easy, I promise you, those first 3 days before spring break, he probably thought, what in the world did I do? Coming here early. But, man, he's been really impressive these last few days.
Yeah, feisty tells me all I need to know. This is just one of those guys who's just hungry, doesn't give a damn, and is going to go out there and scrap. And yeah, he might get burned, but who cares? Because he's still going to come back and feel like I'm the man, and I'll fight you anyway. So I thought this was very enjoyable from Blake Baker. Thoughtful answers, feel increasingly confident about this LSU defense, and Baker being at the fore of it. And yeah, it's off season, sunshine pumping season, if you will. But I thought those were legitimately good answers. All right. When we get back, more off the bench. Keep it locked right here, OTB.
Off the bench with Hester and T-Bob.
K to Z window coverings. KTOZblinds.com. KTOZblinds.com is the website. Get Brandon Barton out to your home today and let him bring your home to the next level. And look, your home's your greatest asset, right? So why not make it better for you? Whether that's functional in terms of, just like keeping the light out of it, like a baby room or a theater room, or aesthetic, right? They have the answers, and it goes so much deeper, and there's so much more thought put into it than you think. And you're getting in K to Z, you're getting decades of experience. A company that has been built up over time on the backs of satisfied customers. And look, if you're in a starter home or you're in the home of your dreams, either way, K to Z has an answer for you. You want window coverings that wow? Go to KTOZblinds.com.
In times of need, get a full list of phone numbers, websites, and other important emergency information on the Demco Stormwatch page at 1045ESPN.com.
Bayou Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram is taking $22,500 off the new 23 Ram 1500 SCA truck. We're open for business in our beautiful new showroom and taking $22,500 off the new Ram 1500 truck. All new Bayou vehicles come with a 1 million mile warranty. The crew at Bayou Automotive is going to do right by you.
Yo, Jake here from my friends over at Community Steel Company located in Gonzales, Louisiana. The local place you can turn to for all of your metal building needs. Notice I said local, not Houston, not Dallas, not Atlanta, but right here in Gonzales. Visit them at their brand new state-of-the-art website at communitysteelco.com or pick up the phone and give them a call today to answer all of your questions on your metal buildings, roofing and sheet metal, and any other steel needs you or your business need at 225-647-2020.
it's Matt Moscona. For years, you've heard me tell you about Insurance Network of Louisiana, helping you find better coverage for less money. But it's not just for your home and auto. They also offer commercial property. So, retail stores, professional offices like doctors, dentists, attorneys, clothing boutiques. Insurance Network of Louisiana can find you better coverage for less money. They service the entire state of Louisiana, and they're local. So call today at 293-0450 or lainsurance.net.
There it is, the extra mile, on the border of expected and extraordinary, for those willing to go further, like vans customized for work or play, with safety and tech to keep you connected, supported by a 5-star sales, service, and finance team, and backed by the 1-star you know. So go the extra mile. It's never crowded, because so few have what it takes to go there. Mercedes-Benz Vans.
Jerry and Benny Payne began Central Plumbing Company out of their driveway in Tanglewood subdivision. 50 years later and 4 generations down the road, we continue to serve Baton Rouge and the surrounding areas for all of their plumbing needs. Residential, commercial, industrial, or hospitality, Central Plumbing is here 24/7, 365.
We want to thank our customers, family, and friends for 50 years of success.
And looking forward to 50 more.
Gulf Coast Bank and Trust is giving our customers the power to bank anywhere, anytime during this challenging event. And we're right there with you. Our mobile banking.
All-Star Toyota presents Off the Bench with Hester and T-Bob. ESPN Baton Rouge, New Orleans, Alexandria, and 1130 The Tiger.
Let's get into your comments. YouTube.com/1045 ESPN. Check the Bobby Ford YouTube chat here. Daniel Blunt says, I have to see it, T-Bob. Teaching football ain't easy because college dudes think they know it all. Well, I mean, look, I have to see it. Yeah, I mean, obviously, right? But, like, also, we were just kind of talking in the break. I don't think that, I don't think you can listen to those answers. And if you want to go back and listen to, like, Matt House answers and not be a bit more inspired simply by how the man delivers and talks. And it's kind of like I saw like a 5-minute video of Raheem Morris's first meeting with the Falcons. And it's not to say the Falcons are going to be good or that anything like that, but like if you just compare him and DA's style of speaking, it's hard to imagine Dennis Allen. Like even when I hear Dennis Allen talk at all, like it's always hard to imagine that he can command a locker room, which to be fair, he's put together really good defenses. So maybe he can, or maybe it's more DeMar Davis, Cam Jordan kind of getting people to fall in line. I don't know, but like in the same way, Blake Baker just seems to me in answering feels like he has a much better ability to command that room. And he sounds confident in his ability to teach, right? Like he sounds confident in that idea that, no, I can teach, I can put them in positions to succeed. Emil says, hope for Sage Ryan. It's a trap. Champ says, I would just like to see the front of Sage Ryan's jersey on TV once this year, and I'll give Baker a raise. Taylor, you made a very good point during the break talking about Sage Ryan, so make it here.
No, we were actually talking about this the other day when you were out. Moving Major Burns down to the star position plays right into what Blake Baker just said when he said, hey, we want to put guys in the correct spots. Sage Ryan comes in as a 5-star safety. He's yet to play that here at LSU.
Yeah.
He's played nickel for 2 years. Last year, you had to move him to corner out of necessity, and he struggled in those 2 spots, but like he's never played those roles before he got here. I related it to Jacoby Stevens when he got here. He was a 5-star safety. You had to move him to outside linebacker. He played wide receiver for a couple games. You finally move him back, and in 2019, he was awesome next to Grant Delpit. He was a big part of that 2019 defense. I don't see why Sage Ryan couldn't take a similar jump. Not to say he will, but like we've seen it with Jacoby Stevens.
No, I mean, look, it's a fair point. He hasn't gotten to play the position he was supposed to. And it's been really just because you haven't had the numbers there. After Kelly took over, you lose Corey Raymond. the massive transfers. You had to rebuild the numbers. And so Sage Ryan had to get forced into the nickel and even on the outside at times. So, yeah, I agree. Also, like, getting Major Burns closer to the football is better for him. You don't want Major Burns in a ton of space. You want him in that pseudo linebacker star role. And so hearing Baker talk about kind of Sage and Burns jumping off the page, well, that's exciting because those are your upperclassmen. Those are your leaders. Those are your guys who should be your best players on this defense. Did y'all see, and sorry, I'm going to change topics here. Did y'all see the proposed college football Super League from yesterday? So there's a group out there called College Sports Tomorrow. This is a 20-person group. It's a pretty legitimate group in terms of makeup. There's several college presidents in there. Probably the biggest name in there is this guy, Brian Rolap. And you're like, well, T-Bob, how could he be a big name? I've never heard of Brian Rolap. I hadn't either. But Brian Rolap is the number 2 guy in the NFL. He is Roger Goodell's chief lieutenant, and he is the mastermind behind the NFL's $110 billion of TV deals that they currently have on contract. You got the Sixers owner, David Blitzer, in this group. And then the leader of it is this guy, Lynn Perna. And he's the lead organizer of Turnkey ZRG, which is a search firm that, in part, helps place conference commissioners. Tony Petitti is the leader, is commissioner of the Big Ten because of Turnkey ZRG. Legitimate players in this group. Also, people that just reek of profit, right? Of one being like, ooh, there's money on the table to be had here. But they are proposing a group that would include all 130 FBS teams. There would be 7 10-team divisions that would permanently be in the Super Conference, okay? And then there would be an 8th 10-team division that would be made up of the top 10 teams from the remaining 50. So you'd have your Power 5 plus like Notre Dame and a few others in your 70. And then everybody else, the group of 5, would be in a promotion relegation sort of setup where every year the top 10, some top teams would get advanced and some bottom teams would get dropped out. The playoffs would be the 8 division winners and 8 wild cards. No selection committee wild cards would be decided by tiebreakers. How do we feel just about that from a pure setup standpoint?
I don't mind the setup. Now, this is obviously a first draft of this thing, right? Not all of these things would stick. There'd be some there, some not. But this is something we've talked about for a while, right? What league are you going to form to get away from the NCAA? So far, I like most of the rules you just laid out.
The only thing about it is, and to be clear, I'm going to speed this up because I don't need to go in depth on it. I don't think College Sports Tomorrow, the group, I don't think this is the group or the proposal that's going to get it done. The main reason being, why would something like the college football playoff allow themselves to be completely supplanted, right? Like they don't. Now the NCAA won't have a choice in terms of who's in power currently because the NCAA could go bankrupt with all these lawsuits they got to deal with. Apparently there's a lawsuit for basically retroactive NIL payments, like to athletes that previous to NIL couldn't make money, and that I don't know. It's a class action suit. It could be worth billions. Like, so the NCAA it likely doesn't have a choice in the matter. But like the college football playoffs, fiscally great. Just negotiated a multi-billion-dollar deal with ESPN, and so it's like, well, why would we allow you to just come in and take us? And so because of that, you've already had like a lot of the TV groups like ESPN, Fox, and others, or excuse me, you've had schools and others like cancel meetings with this CST group because they don't want to make their broadcast partners angry. So I don't think this is the setup. And as far as this setup goes, I think 7 divisions is too many because then what? Like basically Georgia wins theirs every year. Ohio State wins theirs every year. Michigan wins theirs. And you're like, oh, well, put those teams together. Well, then you're going to be back at like, oh, well, this division's so easy. And look, this division has Alabama and
why
LSU
does this division get the same number of people in the playoffs as we do? Then you're back to right where you are.
Exactly, right. So 7's too many. But I think the biggest takeaway from this story is simply that the Super League is coming. And I mean, I imagine the college football playoff will be the one to do it, but or some new iteration of it. But the Super League is coming because one quote about, and when they were asked, okay, why are you doing this, rings very true to me. And they talk about trying to solve the current problems of the NCAA, saying, quote, the only way to solve the problem is to have a solution that is legally defensible, politically acceptable, commercially prudent, and is able to strike a partnership with student athletes in a way that's really good for them. And again, I don't think this is it, but I do think that it's coming. So this is just another sign of the times that now one thing I would hope for when it does, I don't like the have its cake and eat its too promotion relegation aspect of this. I mean, if you're going to tease us with it, actually do it. I don't think they will, but they would still, I think, be awesome. How terrified would you be if you were randomly like LSU had a down year and you had to beat like Mizzou or you were going to get relegated?
Think about 2020.
That's what I'm saying.
You go in
your
and you're
balls
like,
would be in your throat.
You lost a lot, but you start the season with Mississippi State, Vanderbilt, Missouri. You're good. You're 3-0. No, you're 1-2 after those 3 games. Like, it can happen.
Sweating. So I think it'd be really fun, but whatever. KB Tiger, politically acceptable. What does that mean? Well, just look at how people think about the NCAA. It means like I don't think it means like politics like Republican, Democrat. It means like the general public being like, okay, you know what? Yes, like this is fair. This is good. This makes sense. All right, we get back. Close that hour number 1 of OTB.
Off the Bench with Hester and T-Bob.
Community Steel Company, CommunitySteelCo.com. You need steel? Taylor, you should call them and see if they can get you a spine. You coward. Go to Community Steel Co. today. They're in Gonzales, Louisiana. You need purlin, tubing. I don't know if they do steel spines. You could ask. Purlin, tubing, sheet metal, steel buildings. It's all there for you, man. With a live and local sales team. Imagine that. That's right. Unlike these national companies where you're on the phone all the time. You're doing the email order phone. No, you're actually going to be dealing with people that you form relationships that can better serve you and your business or just your personal steel needs. There's a reason why they are quite literally disrupting the steel industry. And it's because they go and get their steel straight from the wholesaler, and then they manufacture their products right there on site so you can touch, see, feel, taste them before you buy. There's no other answer if you need steel. Community Steel, Gonzales, Louisiana, CommunitySteelCo.com. Go.
Our listeners fire off their opinions on the gymsfirearms.net hotline at 499-1045. Keep listening for your next chance to shoot us your thoughts with the gymsfirearms.net hotline on 1045 ESPN Baton Rouge.
He's here. Anyone want a Coors Light?
Oh, shoot, I forgot to play the song. I got a guy who can fix this.
Bayou Ford has the new inventory to get you in a new Ford truck or SUV today, or customize your next vehicle just the way you want it. All new Bayou Ford vehicles come with a 1 million mile powertrain warranty. The crew at Bayou Ford is going to do right by you.
Power up your next project with John Deere Deals by Sunshine. Whether you're working hard or playing hard, our knowledgeable team will help you find the right product for you. Ask us about our amazing tractor package promotions. Learn more about what it means to be powered by Sunshine at sunequip.com.
I've been doing business with Luba for 25 years. They're dependable, trustworthy. It's just the attention to detail with our clients.
Our folks have years and years of experience. They're highly trained professionals, but many companies have that asset. What I'd like to think makes Luba a bit different is that we use those talents in a way that truly is dedicated to serving the needs of the folks who depend on us.
Dylan Cruz here to tell you about Six Rings Baseball and Softball Camp. If you live on the North Shore and play ball, go to Six Rings Camps with former LSU assistant coach Dan Canaveri. His knowledge is second to none, and your child will improve and have fun doing it. Camps were held at Coquille Park and Six Rings Academy in Covington with 4 sessions over the summer. Full day and morning only sessions are available from ages 7 to 13. Go to sixringsbaseball.com or call 985-206-9096. Learn the game to love the game.
Breck teamed up to reimagine your parks, and you imagined big. With your help, we went to work, creating 12 beautiful community parks across the parish. A family-sized water park, miles and miles of trails, and parks just for your dogs. There are more places to splash, to explore, to run wild, and even soar. You imagined, we delivered.
All-Star Toyota presents Off the Bench with Hester and T-Bob. ESPN Baton Rouge, New Orleans, Alexandria, and 1130 The Tiger.
Taylor, if your daughter was an exotic dancer, would you support her? Would you go to the club and support her?
I would not
at her
go
job?
to the club and support her. No.
Wow, that's a bad dad.
Would I?
What, are you going to skip her Little League games too, you a-hole?
I think that's different.
Unbelievable.
Like, watching her get to second base on the field.
Clack them heels, honey.
Not an issue. Watching them climb up and down a pole for older gentlemen is an entirely different concept.
It's a great workout. It's a great workout.
Yeah, but, you know.
I'll explain the context of this a bit later. I've become a bit obsessed with a song, which just has a unbelievable sound, to me at least. This girl, Chapel Roan. I feel like I'm a mid-20s girl trying to make it in L.A. I freaking love it. But one of the songs has to do with dancing at the Pink Pony, and I love it so much I kept playing. Now my daughters are obsessed with it, and they keep singing about dancing at the Pink Pony. So who knows what kind of dark path I've sent them down. And my wife is like, I don't have one of them listening to this. I'm like, you just taught them all the pretty girls walk like this last week. And now I'm watching my little 3-year-old like chasse around with her hands out to the side. So get the hell out of here.
I love that.
I love it too, to be clear. It's like the cutest thing in the world.
Yeah, that's super cute.
When
my
they do it.
next door neighbor likes that song too, or my 8-year-old next door neighbor, she likes that song too, and she plays softball. She said if they had walk-up songs, that would be her walk-up song.
It's a certified bop.
Yeah.
It's actually a pretty cool walk-up song. So if you have like, you know, you got your makeup done, you got like cool braids in, you're like,
Yeah.
oh, pretty good, and then you like just like crank a home run. Hell yeah, dude.
Pretty girls rake.
Yeah, exactly. Oh, I didn't know when that word started. Yeah, for sure. Haley Van Lith transferring. All the pretty girls walk to the portal, I suppose. Haley Van Lith announcing yesterday not going to the WNBA, but also not staying here. And look, I don't think there's much to say here. I don't think it's that hard to understand, right? Like, it did not go well for her here. She took a shot to try and learn and get her game to the next level and have team success. They made the Elite Eight, and that's awesome. And like, it is kind of funny how run of the mill we make the Elite Eight sound because you won a natty last year. I mean, this team did just cruise to an Elite Eight, and it was by no means a perfect team. Like, it was a team that didn't have great depth all the time and had some wobbles and had some weaknesses, and yet still they went to Elite Eight and maybe lost to the team that looks like they could be the eventual national champion. So, like, a massive accomplishment for Coach Mulkey and this team this season. But for Van Lith, it was just, it never came together. The point guard experiment did not work. It had to be very frustrating on a personal level to be in this new, even though admittedly it wasn't like anybody like, that was the setup from the beginning. That was the sales pitch, but it just didn't go how she thought it would, as her scoring was cut in half, shooting cut in half. And if you look at like trying to play shooting guard, well, she's not going to do that here given who else she already has. So Haley Van Lith going to be taking her talents elsewhere. We don't know yet though where, right?
No, she has not announced the destination yet. Yeah.
I said we don't know yet though where. We don't know where though yet.
We knew what you meant.
There we go. Perfect. It's like how, you know, that have you ever read one of those paragraphs where the first letter and the last letter are correct, but all the middle letters are jumbled up, but you can still read it perfectly. Brain's pretty cool, dude.
Can you read upside down?
Yeah, obviously. I'm a 35-year-old man.
Just saying, some people can't. Age has nothing to do with it.
Clap them cheeks, honey. Work harder. On the hop.
Off the bench with Hester and T-Bob.
Accutane Baton Rouge, AccuTempBR.com. Underrated coach saying on the hop. I love yelling at kids when I'm coaching them. AccuTempBR.com. They'll get to you on the hop because they provide service to the highest degree. And again, I can tell you about it every day, but you're not like, there's nothing like experience in it, okay? So go to Accutane Baton Rouge, Accutane BR today for all your AC, heat, and electrical needs, and let them blow you away. Go look at the online reviews if you don't believe me. And it's not just fixes. If you need like a whole home generator, get ready for storm season so you have that peace of mind that everybody's always trying to get. Well, Accutemp is there for you. Also a proud partner of LSU Athletics. They will go the extra mile. They send you a ton of information about who's coming into your home, and you're just never going to go anywhere else. So you go to Accutane Baton Rouge, AccutempBR.com.
There it is, the extra mile, on the border of expected and extraordinary, for those willing to go further, like vans customized for work or play, with safety and tech to keep you connected. Supported by a 5-star sales, service, and finance team. And backed by the 1-star you know. So go the extra mile. It's never crowded because so few have what it takes to go there. Mercedes-Benz Vans.
When it comes to ending cancer, we push forward, always working together for you. That's why our cancer experts at Ochsner have clinically integrated with MD Anderson Cancer Center. This means advanced cancer care, including access to life-saving clinical trials and integrating care to treat the whole you. Introducing Ochsner MD Anderson Cancer Center. Long live you.
Power up your next project with John Deere Deals by Sunshine. Whether you're working hard or playing hard, our knowledgeable team will help you find the right product for you. Ask us about our amazing tractor package promotions. Learn more about what it means to be powered by sunshine at sunequip.com.
Electricity is all around us, and our families depend on it. Every day is sparked by the power of a cold drink or a warm meal, a movie night, and a comforting light at the end of a dark hallway. From sunrise to sunset, playtime to bedtime, our team is ready to take care of your electrical needs. Even in the case of an after-hours emergency, the light in your life shines brighter with Mr. Electric.
Hey, it's Matt Moscona. For years, you've heard me tell you about Insurance Network of Louisiana, helping you find better coverage for less money. But it's not just for your home and auto. They also offer commercial property. So, retail stores, professional offices like doctors, dentists, attorneys, clothing boutiques. Insurance Network of Louisiana can find you better coverage for less money. They service the entire state of Louisiana, and they're local. So call today at 293-0450 or lainsurance.net.
The best kept secret in town is out. Discover Tallulah at the Renaissance Hotel on Bluebonnet.
Good morning. It's 8 a.m. on Friday, April 5th. Today in Baton Rouge, expect mostly sunny skies with a high of 81. In hour 2 of today's show, we'll talk some New Orleans Pelicans. LSU gymnastics coach Jay Clark, joining the show at 8:15. And we'll talk some New Orleans Saints football. You can follow us on Twitter or Instagram at OTB_ESPN and watch us on YouTube at the 104.5 ESPN channel. Hour number 2 of Off the Bench, live from the Mercedes-Benz of Baton Rouge studios, starts now.
All-Star Toyota presents Off the Bench with Jacob Hester and T-Bob Hebert.
Yeah.
Off the Bench with Hester and T-Bob.
Hey, they said I got to come off the bench.
All-Star Toyota presents Off the Bench with Hester and T-Bob. Yo.
Howdy, y'all. Welcome back. Hour number 2 of OTB. Hope you have a great day. I'm sorry. It's not Taylor's fault for once. Jay Clark not confirmed yet. So I don't know if we'll talk to Jay this hour, next hour, or if we'll talk to him at all. So stick around and find out. Again, if you missed it, though, shout out gymnastics winning their group of 4 last night. Top 2 teams advancing to the regional final now tomorrow night. And then from there do you go straight to the final 8? I believe if you take care of business. I'm not 100% on that, but Alondra, maybe you could check, or Taylor, you check.
Yeah, I can look it up.
Yeah, look it up. We opened the show talking to LSU-Vandy, elements we loved from last night's game. I think Alondra nailed it. Runners in scoring position is really, I mean, that was the big struggle. It was like 8 of 56 over the last 7 games. Last night you go 6 of 18. I love the 2-out hitting. I love the 4th inning. The ability of, okay, after you put up 6, proving that it's not a fluke, come back the next inning and with 2 outs, nobody on, manufacturing 3 more. And a nice mixture of solo shots and then, like we said, timely hitting.
Yeah, the next day would be the regional final for gymnastics.
Yeah, no, tomorrow's the regional final. What happens after the regional final?
Semifinal on April 18th.
So how many teams are that? 8?
4.
In each semifinal, like 4 and 4.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, yeah, so 8 total, and then 2 and 2 to make up the final 4. Okay, cool. But yeah, and then so Luke Coleman wobbled a bit. I like the mental toughness out of that team in the 6th. Griffin Herring coming in, an error, looking like it was maybe going to ruin the day, but staying tough, managing to find a way to get out of it. And even though 9-0 became 9-6, you still shut the door. And you end up getting a massive must-have-it win. And now you set yourselves up to potentially win the series tonight. And again, Vandy's saving their ace till Saturday, so it's critical that Gage jump and this lineup. I mean, I say Gage jump. The lineup is really what's going to have to do it again as well. That's why you won yesterday. Vanderbilt's greatest strength is their pitching staff, top to bottom. Second only to Arkansas in the SEC. And so if these bats can do even, close to what they did again yesterday, you'll have a good chance of winning. Because the Vanderbilt bats haven't been anything to write home about either. They've been more consistent getting on base than LSU has, but there is absolutely no power. In fact, that was just their 5th home run in SEC play last night, the 3-run shot that Holman gave up. So big game coming up tonight. Go take the series, okay? Nookie says the Milan bunt really got Vandy rattled, and good things have happened now. Yeah, the bunt was fantastic. Not as fantastic Ethan Fry's punt, which I think that's a moment where you're getting a little too smart for yourself, where you pinch hit Fry. He's massive. He's been hitting it well. And then you let him swing away on the first couple and then randomly like, okay, now bunt. And to be fair, like that would have caught me off guard as well, but it was just an awful bunt. Chat is off the rails today. TJ Drama Gaming says, anyone going to Hogs for the Cause? By the way, the Hogs for the Cause is today. Unfortunately, I can't go. But to be clear, I'm not banned. This is not a trouble thing. My wife just has work, and I got to stay with the kids, so she's got to shoot a wedding.
T-Bob's being a little modest. So the other day I mentioned that I was going to be at a wedding. T-Bob will be my +1, so that's where he's going to be.
Yeah, exactly. I'm skipping Hogs to go to a wedding with Taylor.
Mm-hmm.
Nothing could possibly sound like a worse time. You could ram hot needles underneath my fingernails, and I would take that over being Taylor's +1 at a wedding. You could feed me the foreskins of all those children that Tim Tebow castrated over a decade ago, and I would eat that instead of going to this wedding with Taylor.
Yeah, I was a little upset that he didn't think to invite me, but when you put it that way, I'm glad he didn't.
Yeah, I mean, just awful. No, guys, my wife is not. No, I am not still banned from Hogs. Okay, I'm not still banned from Hogs. It's just I can't. I just can't make it with the kids. My wife's got a wedding, and I've got to watch them. So it's a bit of a bummer. Maybe the Mexico trip. I don't know. Whatever. It's a bit of a bummer, but I do encourage everyone to go out there, have a great time, donate, give money to what is an excellent cause for the kids. Right? You don't have to be Tim Tebow to help out the kids. You can just go to Hogs, drink, party, enjoy an awesome music festival, and it's for the kids. Or you go to Alondra, where are you going to be all weekend?
Rock the Country.
Rock the Country, dude.
We're going to have tailgates out there, so
hell yeah.
If you're going to Rock the Country, come say hi.
Yeah, come say hi to Alondra. Tell her what an excellent job she's doing, because she really has been.
Thank you. Jason Aldean tonight. Kid Rock tomorrow.
Nookie says the fry bunt was trying to capitalize on the element of surprise, maybe an indication of Jay Johnson working manufacture run in any situation. Yeah, I mean, no, absolutely. Look, to be clear, I'm not. Again, I always hesitate to criticize a call that if I look at it objectively, if I don't think about the result and I try to say, okay, because I do just play calling in football a lot, take away the result with the elements at play at the time. Do you like the decision? And I actually don't hate it, because again, Fry's got a little speed. You're up 9-6. You really wanted to scratch across one more, right? You get and you ended up with, thanks to the error, but you get one more in that situation, and you're feeling like, okay, wrap it up. We're good to go. And so I don't hate it in that regard. And Fry's pretty athletic. If he gets down a good bunt, maybe he even gets probably not, but maybe. So no, I don't hate the decision wholly. The bunt was just awful. It's as my neighbor said when we were watching the game in his backyard last night. Anytime you can call a teammate off on a bunt, it was bad, and there were 3 different players there. So anytime you can call it on a bunt, it's an absolute disaster of a bunt.
I like.
Dude, you said Hogs for the cause, didn't mention barbecue. Yeah, I mean, look, you're right. It's more. Yes, it shows where my head is at. I mainly go for the substances and the music, but yeah, there's incredible barbecue everywhere. The problem is it's for me. It's always man, I need to do one day of Hogs where I just eat maybe, and the one day because I don't want to you don't want to get really filled up when you're partying and dancing. It's tough. It's paradoxical a bit. It's why I avoided the deviled egg tray at the wedding a couple weeks ago. I'm trying to stay light on my feet, move around.
So you're not going to issue tonight.
I was going to say, so you're not going to eat tonight at the wedding that you're going with Taylor to?
I'm going to force feed Taylor 32 deviled eggs.
That sounds good.
And then I'm going to shove Pepto-Bismol in him so everything stays locked up nice and tight. I'm going to feed him a block of Gouda cheese.
It's diabolical.
And then, the carving station, I'm going to make him eat half a pound of roast beef.
Wow. I'm so hungry now. Dang it, T-Bub.
Jamie says he's going to be watching baseball, softball, and Final Four. Yeah, look, a lot going on. We just need Alabama to lose, dude. Can't have Alabama make it a final. Get the hell out of here. Okay, DJ says, no, T-Bub, you eat early, you drink at 9 till 3 a.m. Yeah, no, for sure. For sure. Oh, by the way, if you're going to be out there too, I was talking to Mincy yesterday, and him and Hold the Mayo are apparently going to do 10 minutes of stand-up before Iceman Special. And I love Iceman Special. But they're going to be playing tonight at 9. But, like, I talked to him, and he was just kind of like, we're just going to do some crowd work. I'm like, bro, what? Like, just going half-stepping into stand-up is giving me, like, secondhand anxiety. I could fill time sure for 10 minutes of there, but I don't know to frame it as stand-up, but then be like, we're just going to do some crowd work. Like, I am fascinated to see if this works or not.
I feel like Dev could do it.
Yeah, I mean, they're both very funny people.
Mincy's funny, but I don't know if it's like in a stand-up setting.
Yes,
funny.
yes. No, I agree. Dev has the crowd work chops
Yeah.
in him, absolutely. I'll be interested to see how our boy Ben does.
It's always a terrifying
Or if anybody's going to be able to
thing.
understand.
Yeah. If you go to like stand up or like open mic night and you're telling jokes and no one's laughing, that seems so terrifying.
I'm going to go see Shane Gillis next week.
That's going to be, I mean.
Yeah, I'm excited.
That's going to be fantastic. Yeah. But even Gillis, like when he hosted SNL, his opening monologue, you could tell he was a little like.
Ooh, nobody's laughing.
He kept being like, what are you saying? And some of that stuff was pretty funny. Some of the skits were, some or whatever. It's SNL. But like, but yeah, even in the monologue, he's like, these are the jokes, guys. Like, I mean, like, he's like, I don't have a lot of stuff I can do on TV. Whatever. But I guess the closest that I would have gotten to feeling that stand-up bombing is I do a lot of live auctions for different like organizations and charities, and it is awful when you're up there and just nobody's bidding.
Yeah.
And you're having to like try to like drag them out of him and you just like start to sweat. It's just, absolutely hate it.
Well, I was telling y'all that one time I did that thing at the Texas Club, or like anytime I do like an MC for anything, I'm just so terrified that I'm going to be like, how we doing tonight? And it's going to be like,
see, now the nice part though, the nice part about being like the setup MC is that, yeah, you're fine though. How we doing tonight always plays. And then if you don't get it, you say, come on, let's hear it again. And then generally people will like go crazy, even though if you double down with a come on and then nobody answers, and then it doesn't get louder, then you just got to get aggressive. Maybe be like, boo, you guys, come on. And then just move
y'all
on.
suck.
And then just keep it moving.
Terrible crowd.
Daniel Bash from T-Bob, sell me this pin. Hey, there's drugs inside this pin.
What a salesman.
All right. When we get back, let's talk about the Saints. Defensive signing. Maybe a bit of intrigue to be had there. Pelicans' big game against the Lantres Spurs tonight. More like wimpy. More like Wimpinyama. You know? You heard? Even though we'll see if Zion plays or not. More on that next here on OTB.
Off the Bench with Hester and T-Bob. ESPN Baton Rouge, New Orleans, Alexandria, and 1130 The Tiger.
Trash Rangers! Go to trashsignup.com. Listen up. If you are in Ascension or Livingston Parish, you probably done seen the red cans switching all over the place, popping up in your neighborhood. That's because you have a choice in who handles your trash. Some of us don't based on where we live, and that sucks, and it's corrupt, and it's awful because you have to be married to these national companies that keep the trash here but take the profits out of Louisiana. Not the case with Trash Rangers. Efficient, reliable. They send you texts the night before so you never forget to put out the trash again. And local. And so that those profits that I was just referencing, what do? They're funneled back into the community through churches, through little league teams. Everybody benefits. And so you go to trashsignup.com, and in just 3 minutes, you can select your number, cans, prices, pickup days, and just go look at the reviews. Go look at the happy customers, man. Trash Sign Up, Trash Rangers.
In times of need, get a full list of phone numbers, websites, and other important emergency information on the Demco Stormwatch page at 1045ESPN.com. All-Star Toyota presents Off the Bench with Hester and T-Bob. ESPN Baton Rouge, New Orleans, Alexandria, and 1130 The Tiger.
Welcome back, OTB. Flock up. Pelicans Spurs tonight in the blender. Must win for the Murder Birds, okay? Look, nothing was more disappointing than getting back from Mexico and finding that the Pelicans season had fallen apart. Losers of 4 of the last 5. The homestand did not go well. Is it disappointing? Absolutely. Are you a man, a strong woman? Prove it, okay? By overcoming adversity. I don't want to see any softness out of this Pelicans team, which is why I hope that Zion Williamson plays. By the way, so remember, he left the game 7 minutes left the other night with a finger injury. He got x-rays, just a contusion, x-rays negative, but Willie Green saying it's unclear if he's able to play tonight. And I got to be honest, I would be supremely disappointed if he did not play in this game because of the setting. Zion Williamson mentioned, at times last year not playing because he didn't feel like Zion. And that's fine in a season that's kind of lost, right? But this has been a great year up to this point. But now adversity's here. Now your back's against the wall. Now you saw yourself drop from 4 to 7 in the West. Suddenly you're in the play-in. Suddenly the Lakers are only a game back. This is the time where you're needed most against a bad Spurs team, even though Wemby's awesome. And the Spurs have been playing better as of late. I just said that. I don't know if that's true. Have they been playing better as of late?
Yeah.
Okay, they've been playing better as of late.
Jeremy Sohan's good, too.
I know you love your Sohan. Okay?
Well, I mean, we just talk about Wemby a lot, and we should talk about everybody.
Don't mess with the Sohan. Good movie.
Good movie. I have it on DVD.
God, more on DVDs later. Well, I'm just crazy. But the point is, you got to show some toughness here, Big Z. The boys need you. The team needs you. And it would be especially disappointing after the example that C.J. McCollum set, playing hurt last year, and other guys, other veterans in that locker room. And it would be especially disappointing after his comments about, this is his first time where he's gotten to play at this portion of the season in meaningful games. Okay, well, we need you tonight, Big Z, in the blender. You got to end this homestand with a win. You got to create some positive momentum going into the road trip coming up next. So I better see a sad-ass Alondra come Monday. Okay? Make it happen, Pels.
I'm going to be insufferable if we win. Just because you keep talking right now. The more you talk, the more insufferable I'll be.
Get out of here. Friday Night Pelicans going with the Spurs money line. Guys, we don't need this energy. Spurs going to ruin the Pelican season. Guys, stop it.
Vassell and Sohan are both out for the rest of the season, so y'all really might have a shot.
Okay, there we go. Perfect.
Yeah.
So I guess you do mess with the Sohan, or maybe not because he's not playing. I don't know, whatever.
You can't mess with the Sohan.
You can't mess with the Sohan.
Yeah,
yes,
he's not
fair,
there.
Fair. Go to Rajumi Medical. If you want to feel younger, better, stronger. God, see, this is that toxic stuff I'm talking about. Daniel says, I kind of hope the Spurs win now. Why? Why are there so many Pelicans haters that don't care but just want to see pain for those that like the Pels? I'm shaking my head at y'all. Nerds. Go to Jimmy Medical today, though. If you look, you got mood and memory problems, feeling old. No energy rolling out of bed. No confidence or energy rolling into bed. You're gaining weight even though you're still doing your workouts. Like you haven't changed your diet. Like what's going on? Okay, those are the untreated effects of aging. And I don't care if you're male, you're female. I don't care if you're in your 20s, your 30s, your 40s, your 50s, 60s. You get the point. At Rejuvenate, they can customize a plan to get you where you want to be. And so you go in, you get a free consultation. You get your labs drawn. Your body becomes the guide for them to put together this plan. So maybe like it's HRT. Maybe it's semaglutide. Maybe it's just something as simple as B vitamin shots. There's a lot of different options at Rejuve Me. So let them customize a plan for you. Remember, Baton Rouge, Metairie, Slidell, Shreveport, and now Monroe as well. Restore Me, Refuel Me, Rejuve Me, RejuveMeMedical.com. All right, so the New Orleans Saints sign. Oop, lost my page. Hold on, y'all. My bad. Hold on one second. Okay, so the New Orleans Saints sign linebacker Khaleke Hudson. And it's a one-year deal. This is a cat who spent the last 3 seasons with the Commanders. He's a 5th-round pick in the 2020 draft. Mainly a rotational guy, special teamer. This is not something that is on the surface exciting, but get on New Orleans.football, as one does, see what our guy Nick had to say about it. There is one element of this that I did find to be a bit intriguing, and that it's, if you look at Hudson over the final 4 weeks of last season, he got some real opportunity. He ended up playing the majority of the snaps for the Commanders, 52 tackles in those 4 weeks. If you just look at the last 4 weeks of the year, he actually led the NFL during that span. So again, let's not make too much of it. And as Nick points out for reference, Demario Davis had 29 tackles in that span. Pete Werner had 24. So 52, nothing to sneeze at. Is it a sign of things to come? We'll see. I would say it definitely speaks to potential. And then you think about pairing a guy like that with a guy like Demario Davis who can teach you and continue to grow your game. And okay, maybe Hudson's got some excitement to bring. Probably won't think about Khaleke Hudson again, though. But maybe you will. So something to keep an eye on. Another thing to keep an eye on, there's some rumors starting to swirl about the Saints potentially pursuing Zach Wilson. And I should say that this is maybe more about just kind of looking, okay, who would Zach Wilson make sense for? And currently, the New Orleans Saints backup quarterback situation after Jameis's departure is the lowest rated NFL quarterback of all time, and Jake Haener. So it's not a position that is in a good spot right now. That said, I ain't giving up resources for Zach Wilson. I ain't trading for him. I don't care if it's a 7th-round pick, whatever. Well, also it's his contract. You're going to take that on. I think it's like a $10 or $11 million cap hit, something along those lines this year. I think that you wait and see if they end up cutting him, and then you try to pounce. Though New York has said that they're not going to move him if they can't get some sort of trade out of it. Taylor, would you pursue Zach Wilson if you were the Saints?
It depends on what you'd have to give up. I mean, I would give up a 7th-round pick for him. Because what did Justin Fields go for? Justin
Maybe
Fields,
like a 6.
Yeah, so, I mean, if you could get something like that out of him, yeah, why not? He came in relief of Rodgers, and he had ups and downs, obviously. I mean, he's been a guy that's inconsistent, but like you said, you go look at your backup room. You have Jake Haener, who you saw some nice things of out of preseason, but outside of preseason, he has not played in the NFL. You have Nathan Peterman. You know what you're getting out of him, and it's not very good.
That's the lowest rated quarterback.
You want to hitch your wagon to Derek Carr, that's fine, but you got to have a little bit of insurance behind him, and you don't have it right now.
Yeah. But also, is Zach Wilson actually better than any of those guys?
I mean, is he better than Nathan Peterman? I'd probably take Zach Wilson over Nathan Peterman.
Really, I'm saying, but what if we honestly looked at the numbers next to each other? Like, I feel you. He should be significantly better than Nathan Peterman, but I don't. I mean, I'm thinking about that like 3-0 game and some of those other games that they had in New York. I don't think Zach Wilson has too many numbers to write home about either. Then again, it's a Jet, so he's not exactly put in a great situation. So it's something to keep an eye on. I will agree with this. Maybe Zach Wilson's the answer. Maybe he's not. I do agree with Taylor that the backup quarterback situation is unsettled. And if you're looking at weaknesses on this roster, I think there's still improvement that could be made in that regard. I see you looking up numbers. Do you have anything?
So Nathan Peterman, 4 touchdowns, 13 interceptions.
Hell yeah.
Zach Wilson, 23 touchdowns, 25 interceptions. He's at 57% completion percentage. Nathan Peterman at 53%. Here's the big one. Zach Wilson, a 73.2 rating. Nathan Peterman, 39.4.
Okay.
So
yeah,
he's a step up.
He's a step up. He is a step up. But is it worth taking on, what is it, a $10 or $11 million cap hit? I mean, I guess the Saints could make it work for 1 year.
Yeah, I mean, it would be a 1-year rental.
I don't know if it's Wilson, but they do need help in that regard. All right, when we get back here and Off the Bench, we got more OTB. Keep it locked.
Off the Bench with Hester and T-Bob.
Get Gordon. Get it done. Gordon McKernan, injury attorneys. I'm sad to see Easter Gordon go. Did y'all notice Easter Gordon when you were driving in? Looking like a giant Donnie Darko meme. Scared me a little bit. Easter Bunny head's just kind of intrinsically scary. Getting Gordon McKernan intrinsically intelligent. In that when you get Gordon, you get somebody that's going to fight for you when you get in an accident. And look, getting an accident sucks. So you need somebody who's going to get you what you deserve. And of course, that's Gordon McKernan. I mean, the results speak for themselves. You can go online and get Gordon.com. You can look at the real results from past customers. Also, go follow him on social media. We see great content with all your favorite athletes. See members of the G team bringing LSU to the fore. Get Gordon, get it done today.
Our listeners fire off their opinions on the gymsfirearms.net hotline at 499-1045. Keep listening for your next chance to shoot us your thoughts with the gymsfirearms.net hotline on 1045 ESPN Baton Rouge. All-Star Toyota presents Off the Bench with Hester and T-Bob. ESPN Baton Rouge, New Orleans, Alexandria, and 1130 The Tiger.
Oh, shout out my guy Ryan Smith, who got some Red Corner, Blue Corner merch yesterday. They should be sending it to you, Ryan. No, you keep that playing. Keep it playing. I'm feeling that. Yeah. Turn it up. Nookie says Arbor Day Gordon going to be lit. Just put the Stanford tree on his head. Damn. Chris Clay, will there be champagne shenanigans today? No. Rivers is on her way to the Dude to go watch Mississippi State play, so there would not be. And I wanted to bring delicious cold Coors Light to drink, but I forgot because I need a little hair of the dog after we turned one on. Tied one on with neighbors last night. Very fun. Watching the game, my favorite. But there's no sport that is better for watching the games with the homies than baseball. But, 1 second you're celebrating an LSU win, and the next second you're looking at your neighbor's scrapbooks from when they met in college in 2006. And I got to say, scrapbooking is an incredibly thoughtful lost art. It was so fascinating. I haven't thought about scrapbooks in years. It was so deeply fascinating to look at what we used to do pre-social media with our time, how to present these things instead of just, lazily posting something online with a caption attached. There was just, again, thoughtful is the word I kept going back to because there was great detail work, these like 3D stickers everywhere. There were excellent like background designs that lined up with all the different locations and aesthetically it just made so much sense. And I'm like, man, so you really sat down here and you made this to capture those memories. There were hours put into this and you can feel that love. And then you got now you just get Taylor posting a picture of him and Victoria and saying happy anniversary. Why don't you make her a scrapbook, Taylor?
So, you'll love this. I didn't post a picture this year.
Okay, you just said F it all together.
I didn't make her a scrapbook, but I didn't post a picture either. So
the chat is suggesting we send Taylor to the gas station to go get some Coors Light.
I thought you were going to say gas chamber.
There's one right down the street.
I'm down.
They sell beer this early?
Yeah.
I could do both.
Yeah, right? I don't know, right? Yeah. Do we have time? Could he get there and back in a segment?
It's down the street.
No, we're gonna be kind of look at your clock here. What segment are we in?
The third. Yeah.
Okay, cool. I was making sure that we weren't going way over time on the second. I guess one thing that's kind of like modern day scrapboarding is I like doing videos. Find a song I love and then just doing a bunch of cuts from like videos that you amassed over the last few months or years or whatever and make it a great little montage video to feel good, as a present. It's a good little thoughtful gift, guys. Or get back into scrapbooking. I don't know. I just thought it was beautiful last night. I was deeply touched by it. Final Four starts when?
Women's today, men's tomorrow.
I feel awful. I'm supposed to be a sports talk host. I have not watched more than 2 real-time minutes of any NCAA basketball game this entire tournament. So tell me what I should know. Zach Edey and Purdue looking good?
Yeah, they actually are looking really good. Zach Edey averaging like 30 and 16 in the NCAA tournament as far as points and rebounds go. They're playing really well. It's not just him, though. Braden Smith and Fletcher Lawyer, the backcourt combo of those guys, they're playing really well off of him because when teams collapse down low to try to stop Zach Edey, he kicks it out to those two guys. They're knocking down shots. They look really good. I think NC State's Cinderella run comes to an end.
What about and then look, the only thing I care about is Alabama losing, to be clear. I cannot have Alabama hoisting a basketball national championship, and I don't think they will. I mean, from everything I see, UConn is dominant this year. They have been dominant thus far in the tournament. Alabama beat DeVry to get here. So were we thinking a Purdue-UConn final?
I would think so. Alabama gives up way too many points on defense. I mean, they gave up 96 points to Charleston in round one. They've given up 80 almost every single tournament game. UConn, on the other side, the most they've given up in the NCAA tournament's 58 points.
Who would that give the win to in our bracket?
We'll have to look.
I
They're
have
all pretty
no
bad.
idea how to tabulate bracket scores if the
Neither.
internet doesn't do it for me.
Same.
It just feels like I might as well be trying to solve theoretical physics.
I would say Jake, because I think he has UConn winning it.
I believe if you use Planck's constant, that's one of the kind of elements in tabulating the numbers. Is UConn going to win men's and women's? Yeah, I guess it's true, right?
Well, NC State technically
too,
could
yeah.
as well.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
With our guy
But
DJ Burns.
I actually think UConn men's and women's are going to win.
I mean, as big around these parts as Angel Reese versus Caitlin Clark was, Paige Buchers versus Caitlin Clark is pretty massive as well.
Yeah, that's the thing about Paige Buchers, right? I mean, she's been injured a lot, so people kind of forgot about her, but she shoots 43% from three for her career.
Damn.
She's excellent. Gino Auriemma's got 11 of them things. I trust him to win close games. Iowa's only been there once last year. They lost it, and I trust Auriemma. I trust Paige Buchers. I think they got better players off of her than Iowa does. It's going to be a good game, but I think UConn wins it.
It's so fascinating because Caitlin Clark's done so much good and been so awesome. And if she doesn't win a championship, it's going to be like, oh, Caitlin Clark kicking it done in the big game. Ah. Just so funny the razor thin margins that athletes have and have to operate out of. Okay, I'm thinking about this Coors Light, man. Now you got my head spinning.
I know, I kind of want to, I'm trying to start pre-gaming for Rocky
Yeah,
Country.
a little hair of the dog would put me down nice and easy.
Yeah.
You know?
Do we not have anything here?
No. I have that awesome Coors Light fridge, but it's woefully empty. If we go to break, 3 minutes, we come back with an extended segment. Could you get to the gas station and back in an extended segment?
I mean, there's probably not that much traffic here, right?
No.
I mean, it's literally right next
It's right
to
down the
Cross
street.
Top.
It's right down the street, yeah. I think we should go for it.
All right.
The mid-show beer run challenge, if you will. Somebody text him Scone to make him go get it. Matt, if you're listening, bring us beer.
Yeah.
Come on, dude.
On your way in, can you bring
Come on,
us
dude.
some
I'll
Coors?
tell you who made the graphic.
Yeah.
It was Taylor.
We'll snitch.
Now bring us beer. Bring us beer. Yeah, that's what you get. That's what you get for having to make the that's what you get, Taylor, for making that graphic, is now you have to go get beer.
I told you I didn't actually make the graphic.
True. But you directed it. It was you. The buck stops with you.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm not allowing the raw, like you were giving the orders to do so.
Like if you hire an assassin, I think you're an accomplice in that, right?
Yeah, I think you also get charged with murder. I'm pretty sure.
All I'm saying is Matt wanted to know who made the graphic. I did not make the graphic. So
Okay. So this is what we're gonna do, guys. We're gonna go to break. If you want to get any early ask the bench questions in, we can do that. I got more that we could talk about as well. We haven't even touched on Brian Kelly channeling Kenny Powers yesterday on a jet ski.
Oh my gosh.
So yeah, let's do this. Okay. We're gonna go to break, and then you can't leave till we get back though, right?
Yes.
Okay, so let's go to break now, and when we get back, we're gonna close at hour number 2, and Taylor's going to attempt to make a mid-show beer run. Fingers crossed here, guys. More OTB coming up next.
Off the bench with Hester and T-Bob.
Coleman Roofing and Construction. Go to colemanroof.com. If you want Louisiana's most reliable, respected roofing company. I always tell you about how they're the most complete roofing company as well, and that's in a multitude of ways. Any size job, commercial or residential, they got you. Anywhere in the state, anywhere in the Gulf South region. In fact, any type of roof, they've got certified installers for all the major brands. And they do the interior as well. So you get a leak. Not only will they fix the leak in the roof, but they'll also fix the water damage, insulation, drywall, whatever needs to be worked on. So you go to colemanroof.com and you get that free inspection All you do is name, email, phone, how can we help, submit, bam! Coleman Roof's there for you. Okay? ColemanRoof.com. Again, Louisiana's most reliable and respected Coleman Roofing and Construction.
In times of need, get a full list of phone numbers, websites, and other important emergency information on the Demco Stormwatch page at 1045ESPN.com.
Siding, but our #1 product is always customer satisfaction. Visit us online at reliefwindows.com.
There it is, the extra mile, on the border of expected and extraordinary, for those willing to go further, like vans customized for work or play, with safety and tech to keep you connected, supported by a 5-star sales, service, and finance team, and backed by the 1-star you know. So go the extra mile. It's never crowded, because so few have what it takes to go there. Mercedes-Benz Vans.
Breck teamed up to reimagine your parks, and you imagined big. With your help, we went to work, creating 12 beautiful community parks across the parish. A family-sized water park, miles and miles of trails, and parks just for your dogs. There are more places to splash, to explore, to run wild, and even soar. You imagined, we delivered. Gold. Breck, your #1 park system in the nation.
Yo, Jake here from my friends over at Community Steel Company located in Gonzales, Louisiana. The local place you can turn to for all of your metal building needs. Notice I said local, not Houston, not Dallas, not Atlanta, but right here in Gonzales. Visit them at their brand new state-of-the-art website at communitysteelco.com or pick up the phone and give them a call today to answer all of your questions on your metal buildings, roofing and sheet metal, and any
chill. Right on my side is my ego becomes a funky child with some words on my tongue. Be like in, take a breath.
All-Star Toyota presents Off the Bench with Hester and T-Bob. ESPN Baton Rouge, New Orleans, Alexandria, and 1130 The Tiger.
Yeah, okay, Taylor is officially on the clock. 14 minutes. Okay, 14 minutes is what he has to make this beer run happen. I just realized that. Shout out WBTR. We are now on a television channel, and we just kicked our video producer out. And now we're stuck in this awkward two-shot. Can you get me on this shot?
Yeah.
This is going to be awkward if we sit here for 14 minutes on a television channel. Good job. See, look at this, guys. This is teamwork. These are young, hungry producers here who are willing to go the extra mile. That's what I'm talking about, Alondra. Nice work. All right.
I'm a jack of all trades.
You're also still a person who believes in DVDs.
Oh, yeah.
Which is insane.
Why?
You asked, you were shocked that I had no way to play DVDs, which,
yeah.
To be clear, I do find it a little surprising as well, because I've always had like a console that could, or a computer, and now not my desktop, not this laptop, not my discless PS5. Like, I actually no longer have any way of playing it, which I do find to be a bit surprising as well. But what shocked me is you acted like it was ridiculous that I didn't hold on to my DVDs. You're like, what did you do with all your DVDs? Where are they?
Yeah, what did you do with them?
Did you
I don't
sell
understand.
them?
Yeah.
I'm like, somebody told me to sell a pin earlier. I could sell a pin way before I could sell a DVD. Do you know how I would look at someone if they were like, if they walked up to me and were like, do you want this? Do you want to buy this Hangover DVD? Hey, I have this old school DVD. Do you want it?
Well, I asked if you wanted to borrow it. I wasn't selling my DVD to you.
Yeah, obviously.
Because I was going to want it back. But I just don't get like how you don't have something to play a DVD in. I was like, do you not have an Xbox? And you said you only had the digital PS5.
Yeah.
And then I said, do you not have a laptop with an HDMI cord? And you said that laptop doesn't have a disc.
No.
So like, what if like all the internet went out and you had no way of watching movies?
I mean, to be fair, I guess like a couple years
Not for like
ago,
a day.
like 5 years when we moved, we didn't have internet yet, and we were like sitting there watching like old Blu-rays. That's when I still had this player, and I was like, oh, that's kind of cool. I'm gonna go on a limb and say if all the internet went out for multiple days, we would have bigger problems than me not being able to watch.
But what are you going to be able to do about those problems? They're going to be problems bigger than you. So you just hang out and you watch some DVDs while you wait for it to.
Okay, that's true.
Yeah.
I do kind of believe in just cocooning in the Matrix as the world falls apart around you and like nuclear war sets off and you're going to die. But,
I mean, might as well go down with some entertainment, some DVDs, some Wolf of Wall Street. That's the DVD I asked if you wanted to borrow because we were talking about Sell That Pin. And I said, have you never seen it? And you were like...
I saw it in theaters. I haven't seen it since. I thought it was pretty good. I'm not quite as obsessed with it as most are. Also, I feel like, though, if I was like an actual salesman, that I would love Wolf of Wall Street. It feels like the sales bros and brodettes.
Jonah Hill is just so funny in that movie to me.
Jonah Hill's...
With the teeth.
Yeah, he's fantastic. He's still just so funny to me in
everything.
This Is the End is the funniest Jonah Hill of all time. But yeah, I mean, no, if I didn't like if the internet went down, I'd played board games. I got so many board games with the kids.
So you have board games, but you don't have DVDs. That's also an old thing.
No.
Yeah, it is.
No. Well, the thing is, why would I hold on to DVDs when literally every movie in the world can be had with a couple keystrokes?
Yeah, and then some of them you have to pay for. So you keep paying for them each time you want to watch it, or you just watch it unlimited times with your DVD?
No, I buy them, which I know is dumb because technically I don't own them. I'm like paying Amazon and just hoping that Amazon never goes away and allows me to still continue to be able to stream them. But because you actually do own it, credit to you. That is true. But again, I'm kind of banking on Amazon being able to hold up.
I'm going to make this a little worse. They're not even Blu-ray DVDs. They're just like regular DVDs.
Disgusting. You're out here watching 480p? Ugh.
I watched Gladiator the other day and it was great.
Gladiator, not on Blu-ray, on a regular DVD.
On my TV.
Did you watch it on like an old CRT?
No,
Did
on
you
my
like
Xbox.
plug your DVD player in with like the red, yellow, white audio and video cord?
No, my Xbox. But I feel like that was like my first soiree into engineering.
And
connecting things.
Oh, connecting those. yeah. No, 100%. Well, I think. Look, I'm proud of you, or I'm not proud of you. I think it's ridiculous.
You took it back?
Yeah, no, you do you though.
Okay.
You do you. I'm not here to rain on your physical media parade. Enjoy it.
You
For
did.
one,
You
am
just
done with
did.
it. I don't want to ever put a disc in anything ever again.
So like you don't have CDs either?
Are you effing with me? I feel like Billy Bob Thornton in Bad Santa, and you're Thurman Merman. Like, are you messing with me?
No, you can go to my office. I have a bunch of CDs in there.
What do you play them on?
My car.
See, guys, you little Apple Music people, this is your people. Okay, weirdos. I think I do. I have a CD player in my car. I have no idea. I haven't listened to a CD in years. No.
Yeah, I don't think they make them with CD
streaming
players
services.
anymore.
You just pick any song and it plays.
But sometimes I like to listen to stuff And I can do this on Apple Music too, but I like to listen to like the whole album from like the first song all the way through.
Yeah, you can do that.
Yeah, I can, but I just like a good CD in my car, you know.
You need to get you need to look into a Plex server. I know I told you this before, but it's a way to protect all your physical media, and you're the only one that has access to it. So like Smog, you can have access to your entire DVD and CD collection at any given time, and nobody can take it away from you. Also, if you like pirating stuff, I believe you can just pirate everything and then upload it as well. Create your own little personal Netflix.
So we used to go to like these flea markets. They're called La Pulga, like in Spanish or whatever. They're La Pulga, because that means flea in Spanish. And we would go to these flea markets, and they had like birds and like parakeets and stuff like that. But they also had a bunch of pirated DVDs. Oh, no way! That was super fast.
The beer run complete. Taylor, that's
actually crazy.
That's the best thing you've ever done, except in classic Taylor fashion, we ask for bottles and you come with cans. So, way to go.
Well,
you just can't do anything fully correct.
I was looking for them. They were out of bottles. I even asked.
Okay, hey.
That's
hell yeah,
insane.
Taylor. I'm very proud, dude. Made it back with 2 minutes left. That's my dog.
That was less than 10 minutes that he was out.
Good job. I mean, I talked to Victoria. She told me he only needed 2. So credit to him, my guy. Joey Blunt, I'm impressed. Danny Blunt, no way. Yeah, I agree, guys. Sorry, that's
the hero of the day.
Would Murphy, Sam, and Jody ever do a bid show beer run? No. When y'all finally win best of 2-5, will you be gracious in victory or follow Murphy, Sam, and Jody around the hall and give them the can't see me before pointing your ring finger?
I'm not gracious in victory.
To be clear, I want to beat them at LAB.
Yeah.
More than anything.
Hell yeah. I'm so proud of Taylor.
Ask Mitchell, Taylor Sharp be our new hero if he makes this beer run. Yeah.
I don't know
and
about
you know
hero,
what?
but-
And you know what? You're actually being sincere here, Alondra. This is not like the very funny April Fool's joke you pulled on Taylor where you told him he was doing a great job on Monday, filling in 3 hours solo, only to then, after he was like really touched and thankful, only to hit him with the April Fool's immediately afterwards. Which actually we need to play that in hour 3 because the audio is fantastic. Hell yes, guys.
Oh, I'm ready.
It's time to drink some Cold Curse Light and kick off this weekend. Also, I want to play y'all the Pink Pony song. See what y'all think about it next hour. I kind of want to play Bo Burnham's Welcome to the Internet. The problem is I want to play the whole thing, and it's 4.5 minutes long. I know, but it's fascinating if you've never heard it. Have y'all ever heard it all the way through?
I listened to it to make sure it was
clean?
Yeah.
I've never heard it.
It'll depress you.
It's pretty depressing.
It's pretty depressing, but it's again, it's kind of worth a listen as well. Proud of you, dude. Proud of you. Hour 3 of OTB coming up next. This is how we win.
Off the Bench with Hester and T-Bob.
CentralPlumbing.org. CentralPlumbing.org. I mean, 8 minutes. Let's go, dude. That service that Taylor just provided represented what you get out of Central Plumbing. 24/7 emergency service. I don't care if it's a weekend, weekday, holiday. I don't care what it is. They gonna have your back. They gonna be out there immediately. They got a massive fleet to service all of your needs. They've been at this thing for 50 years, y'all. 5 decades. And it's commercial, it's residential, it's whatever you need. You got a problem with your pipes, you know exactly what to do. 925-8552, centralplumbing.org. It's not just repairs, though. If you ever want to do like a bathroom remodel, great gift idea to whoever the interior lover of the house is, right? Finally get the bathroom of your dreams, probably your second most trafficked room to the kitchen. Maybe want like a tankless water heater, got a bunch of kids, never run out of hot water again. It's all there for you at Central Plumbing, centralplumbing.org, 925-8552, centralplumbing.org.
I've been doing business with Luba for 25 years. They're dependable, trustworthy. It's just the attention to detail with our clients.
Our folks have years and years of experience. They're highly trained professionals. But many companies have that asset. What I'd like to think makes Luba a bit different is that we use those talents in a way that truly is dedicated to serving the needs of the folks who depend on us.
Dylan Cruz here to tell you about Six Rings Baseball and Softball Camp. If you live on the North Shore and play ball, go to Six Rings Camps with former LSU assistant coach Dan Canaveri. His knowledge is second to none, and your child will improve and have fun doing it. Camps were held at Coquille Park and Six Rings Academy in Covington with 4 sessions over the summer. Full day and morning only sessions are available from ages 7 to 13. Go to sixringsbaseball.com or call 985-206-9096. Learn the game to love the game.
Breck teamed up to reimagine your parks, and you imagined big. With your help, we went to work, creating 12 beautiful community parks across the parish. A family-sized water park, miles and miles of trails, and parks just for your dogs. There are more places to splash, to explore, to run wild, and even soar. You imagined, we delivered gold. Breck, your #1 park system in the nation.
Electricity is all around us, and our families depend on it. Every day is sparked by the power of a cold drink or a warm meal, a movie night, and a comforting light at the end of a dark hallway. From sunrise to sunset, playtime to bedtime, our team is ready to take care of your electrical needs, even in the case of an after-hours emergency. The light in your life shines brighter with Mr. Electric.
Hey, it's Matt Moscona. For years, you've heard me tell you about Insurance Network of Louisiana, helping you find better coverage for less money. But it's not just for your home and auto. They also offer commercial property. So, retail stores, professional offices like doctors, dentists, attorneys, clothing boutiques. Insurance Network of Louisiana can find you better coverage for less money. They service the entire state of Louisiana, and they're local. So call today at 293-0450 or lainsurance.net.
Good morning. It's 9 a.m. here on Friday, April 5th. Today in Baton Rouge, you can expect mostly sunny skies with a high of 81. In hour 3 of today's show, we'll have some Coors Light shenanigans, and we'll get into a little what we're going to do on the weekend. It's going to go pretty off the rails. Stay tuned to find out. You can follow us on Twitter or Instagram at OTB_ESPN and watch us on YouTube at the 1045 ESPN channel. Hour number 3 of Off the Bench, live from the Mercedes-Benz of Baton Rouge studios, starts now.
Let we go! All-Star Toyota presents Off the Bench with Jacob Hester and T-Bob Hebert.
Yeah!
Off the Bench with Hester and T-Bob.
Hey, they said I got to come off the bench.
All-Star Toyota presents Off the Bench with Hester and T-Bob. Yo, yo, yo.
Yo! What's up, y'all? My bad. I don't know what. That was weird. What's up? What's going on? Hour number 3, OTB. No Rivers today. She's on her way to the dude. Unfortunately, I'm super bummed. Who am I supposed to talk about my romances with? Which I gotta say, that Fourth Wing book, and especially the second one, Iron and Flame, bruh, that's some good ass fantasy. If anybody's looking for something to read, I would recommend it. The Sarah J. Maas, Court of Thorns and Roses. Now I'm on the third one there, which I believe is Wings and Fury. Wings and Ruin, maybe. That one's really good as well, but I would say objectively, I'm probably enjoying Iron and Flame a bit more. It's a bit more grounded, which sounds funny for a series that is completely based around Dragon Riders. But they're fantastic, guys, okay? Just because they're romantasy, don't be afraid of it. Also, it does make me think, right? Because these are books, and I hate that this becomes like the headline, but it's interesting because these aren't everywhere. These are books that have, kind of steamy sex scenes in them. And it makes me wonder why so many books that I've read my entire life don't. I mean, if these books are supposed to be representative of life and everything else, and it's such a key part of how we all live on this earth. It's like, man, what do you do when there's none of that in the book? Then again, I mean, it's not for everyone. You got to be different audiences, but I like it. I like it. And also, fellas out there, getting in the female perspective kind of gives you some ideas, like maybe we can step our games up in ways thanks to these romanticides. So again, if you're looking for something to read, dude, I would recommend it. Check it out. I'd say go to Red Stick Reads and go drop by and check and go check in, which they're doing a great book fair next week where I think 20% of all sales are going to go to I can't remember what school, but a school. So I just love Red Stick Reads. And look, I like Barnes & Noble, as well. It's cool. My kids like it as well. But like Barnes & Noble, you're going to get the books kind of pushed to the fore that, algorithmically are selling best and everything. And that's all great. But until you've experienced a curated book selection, you're just missing out, man. That human touch goes so far, and you get that at Red Stick. So shout out. Sorry, I didn't know how I was going to open this segment, but here we are. It's a just delicious, tasty Coors Light. Little hair of the dog. In case you missed it, Taylor pulling a mid-show beer run, actually getting it done 8 minutes from start to finish. And now we are able to kick off what should be a very fun weekend with our friends at Coors. What are we most looking forward to this weekend in your life, in sports? How are we feeling?
Look, I got to tell you, T-Bob, I got this wedding tonight. You're no longer my +1, but that's okay. We're going to have a good time regardless. Dude, I'm ready to cut a rug. Okay?
Really?
It has been a while since Wedding Taylor came out. I don't think, actually, you know what? I don't think I've been to a wedding since my own, which was over a year ago.
I love the idea of Wedding Taylor because a lot of people like to let loose at a wedding, right? But for most people, it requires getting really drunk before they hit that dance floor. Taylor is not a big drinker. You just genuinely love to move. And so you are going to, you're just excited to go dance.
Oh, yeah. Plus, reception food, it's going to hit for sure.
I know.
I do love a good reception food.
The problem is the food's always so good, but again, you don't want to eat too much of it.
Okay, so what I do is I got a thing here. So the music's playing the entire time through the reception, right?
Yeah.
You eat a little bit, you go out, you sweat it off, then you come out and eat more.
Okay, you're like foraging.
And then after the cake, you go back and burn that last little bit off for the last couple dances.
That is one of these sneaky benefits of a wedding is fighting the hangover through sweating out the alcohol that you're consuming. And then you wake up the next day and you're like, oh, I actually feel pretty good, guys.
Yeah.
That's not bad. Alondra, what are you most looking forward to the week? Oh, wait, last question. So are you going to wear boots?
Ooh, I don't know. It depends on what I'm going to wear. I might, because I'm doing khakis, not slacks. So I might do.
Are you going to wear a suit jacket?
Yeah, more than likely.
Yeah, I would hope so. What are you going to show up to a wedding without a suit jacket on? What are you, a barbarian?
Tank top, I was thinking. I was in between tank top and suit jacket. I think you convinced me.
I know that the temptation for your people at times is to wear a tucked in button up in a jeans with boots and glasses with the frat strap on them. Don't be that guy, Taylor. Okay? Don't be that guy. You must avoid that at all costs.
No, I'm thinking brown dress shoes, khaki pants, darker colored shirt maybe to go along with the khakis. That's kind of what I'm thinking.
With a jacket, that sounds great.
Yeah.
That sounds great. Do y'all follow Tony P in DC on Instagram? Taylor, you should look him up and you should just do what he does.
Okay.
And become super Instagram famous.
Okay.
Alondra, what are you doing? What are you most excited for this weekend?
I mean, obviously, we've got Rock the Country this weekend, so I am looking forward to somehow, some way, this is my goal for the weekend. I really want to shotgun a beer with Kid Rock.
Hell yeah.
And record it and put it up on the internet.
But
yeah,
I mean, shotgunning a beer with Kid Rock seems like that would be fantastic. Do you think Kid Rock still shotguns beers?
I don't know. My thing is, like, I'm thinking about the content. You know,
yeah,
like that
it's
would
great
be like
content,
really good content.
But that's also just like, I mean, you know, some people want autographs. Some people want this, that.
I'm fully prepared for a no.
Merch. I mean, I would say it's more likely than not that you don't shotgun a beer with Kid Rock, but don't listen to me.
I don't know.
Don't let the haters get you down.
Maybe I put the charm on him.
Me and my wife have been talking a lot about the power of positive thinking, right?
Yeah.
Manifestation.
Yeah.
So just sit here and think really hard about you and Kid Rock shotgunning a beer together, and I think you'll have a good shot.
Do you just go up, throw it to him, and say, let's do this?
Yeah.
Or do you approach it so naively that it's endearing? Go up and be like, excuse me, Mr. Rock, could we shotgun this beer together?
No, I think I would just be throw him the beer, throw him a key.
I agree. He knows what to do.
Yeah.
Bro, you want to shotgun a beer? Just walk up. But here, well,
See, the thing is
he gonna open? Is he gonna open his own beer, or would it be better to hand him an open beer? But then again, you can't take an open.
Both of them open.
Yeah, no, but you can't take an open beer from a stranger.
That's true too.
No.
What if I open it in front of him? I go like this. I open it in front of him, and I say here, and then I do mine, and I immediately just start shotgunning it. He follows suit.
Okay, that's a plan that I don't hate. Because you're taking the initiative and you're forcing him to essentially say no.
Yeah.
Now, it could go sideways.
It could.
Because it's so forward that maybe he's like, what the hell? Like, back off. What are you doing? I'm not going to what? But also,
this is Kid Rock.
It's happening all so quickly that maybe instinct takes over and he's like, oh, what? Oh, okay.
Right.
You think Kid Rock's so famous to the point now where if he shotguns a beer, his assistant does it? And he just puts his mouth on it?
Nah, kid's a shotgun beer. He can do it.
He's a guy's guy.
You never know when these people get that famous, dude. I don't know if Kid Rock is still out here shotgunning beers.
Speaking of, you're talking about me being quick on the draw. You should see Luke Combs shotgun a beer. It is incredible.
I'll smash Luke Combs.
He does it in about 2.5 seconds.
Bro, I'll do it in 1 second.
Oh, okay.
Easy. You don't believe me?
You want to shotgun a beer right now?
I'll shotgun one at the end. Let me warm up. I hate doing cold beer. I mean, I know that's a little soft, guys, but shotgunning cold beer, I've had it hurt my chest so bad before. Yeah. I'm gonna warm one up in between my thighs like a mama bird, and then at the end of the hour, I'll shotgun that general beer.
Okay.
And teach Taylor that Luke Combs may be a good Panthers fan, but he can't shotgun like me. What do we? Oh wait, Alondra.
Yes.
I meant to ask you about this. You have a new podcast coming out.
I do. I'm really excited about it. So it's going to be called Bad Corner Advice. The first episode is going to drop this Tuesday, and we're going to be previewing UFC 300.
Nice.
So this is just going to be a fighting podcast where we talk mostly UFC, but I'll throw some boxing in there too.
Oh, excuse me. Who's we?
Oh, I just met myself. It's just
you just like you in the audience.
Yeah.
Is it once a week? Multiple times
Yeah, it'll
a week?
be once a week.
You
can find a drop every Tuesday.
Okay.
Mess around with it. Might be some more after I get into a rhythm, but I'm very excited about it.
That's cool.
I gave myself a deadline of you have to preview UFC 300. So.
Yeah, no, that's great. I mean, that's well planned.
Yes.
I would say, and that is going to be next weekend. UFC 300.
Yeah, UFC 300 is next weekend.
Do you have any early thoughts tabulating?
Yeah, I've got some thoughts up in my head. It's going to be a really, really good card. The only one that I kind of have an issue with is the opening fight. It's Bo Nickel and Cody Brundage. And I'm not very excited about that fight. Bo Nickel has 5 UFC fights under his belt. So
makes sense because he's a nickel.
Actually, that's really good. I'm not going to lie.
I mean, I was sitting here just thinking of like a Joe Dime joke, but I think yours was, I'll cede. I'll give you the win here, Taylor. You're just on a heater right now, aren't you?
I know. He's making us so proud.
Sharp is sharp today, guys. All right. When we get back, we're going to come back with a Pink Pony song. Get y'all's take on it. We're shotgun a beer at the end. More shenanigans. Rolling along. It's the weekend, guys. Let's have some fun. Friday. More to be next.
Off the Bench with Hester and T-Bob. ESPN Baton Rouge, New Orleans, Alexandria, and 1130 The Tiger.
Pinnacle Exterior Construction. You need pools. You need outdoor living space. You need like an outdoor kitchen. You need bulkheads. You need fences. You need pergolas. Any of your exterior construction, go to pecbuilt.com. pecbuilt.com. And right there on the website, if you're watching online, you see it, but it is... The gallery will blow you away. I mean, and the quality of work is unbelievable. Go look at the custom home that they created and just won a bunch of awards for. It's does not look like it would exist in Baton Rouge. That's all I'll say. It is amazing. It's a work of art. But what about pool season? Okay, it's right around the corner. And at Pinnacle, they have excellent spec pool options where you choose your general layout from like a template, a few different templates, right? Then you choose some custom detail work within. You make the pool your own. And if you get it from Pinnacle, in 2 weeks, you have a pool. 2 weeks is all it takes. Get the pool of your dreams today. PECbuilt.com.
Our listeners fire off their opinions on the gymsfirearms.net hotline at 499-1045. Keep listening for your next chance to shoot us your thoughts with the gymsfirearms.net hotline on 1045 ESPN Baton Rouge.
Power up your next project with John Deere Deals by Sunshine. Whether you're working hard or playing hard, our knowledgeable team will help you find the right product for you. Ask us about our amazing tractor package promotions. Learn more about what it means to be powered by Sunshine at sunequip.com.
The Windsor Senior Living Community in Mandeville, Louisiana is a beautiful, vibrant apartment community geared toward seniors. They are nestled right in the heart of Mandeville, where seniors live a more carefree lifestyle in spacious apartments with the peace of mind that comes from having a little extra help. Call the Windsor at 985-624-8040 to schedule a lunch and tour. Come see how the Windsor can be your passport to peace of mind.
There it is, the extra mile, on the border of expected and extraordinary for those willing to go further, like vans customized for work or play, with safety and tech to keep you connected, supported by a 5-star sales, service, and finance team, and backed by the 1-star you know. So go the extra mile. It's never crowded, because so few have what it takes to go there. Mercedes-Benz Vans.
Yo, Jake here from my friends over at Community Steel Company located in Gonzales, Louisiana. The local place you can turn to for all of your metal building needs. Notice I said local, not Houston, not Dallas, not Atlanta, but right here in Gonzales. Visit them at their brand new state-of-the-art website at communitysteelco.com or pick up the phone and give them a call today to answer all of your questions on your metal buildings, roofing and sheet metal, and any other steel needs you or your business need at 225-647-2020.
Jerry and Benny Payne began Central Plumbing Company out of their driveway in Tanglewood subdivision. 50 years later and 4 generations down the road, we continue to serve Baton Rouge and the surrounding areas for all of their plumbing needs. Residential, commercial, industrial, or hospitality, Central Plumbing is here 24/7, 365.
We want to thank our customers, family, and friends for 50 years of success.
And looking forward to 50 more.
At Relief Windows, we're more than windows. We're windows, doors, hardy plank, and vinyl siding. But our number one product.
You wanted me to stay, but I can't ignore the crazy visions of me in LA. I heard that there's a special place where
All-Star Toyota presents Off the Bench with Hester and T-Bob. ESPN Baton Rouge, New Orleans, Alexandria, and 1130 The Tiger.
Santa Monica, I swear it's calling me. Won't make my mama proud. It's gonna cause a scene. She sees her baby girl. I know she's gonna scream. God, what have you done? You're a pink pony girl, and you dance at the club. Oh, mama, I'm just having fun on the stage in my heels. It's where I belong, down at the Pink Pony Club. I'm gonna keep on dancing at the Pink Pony Club. I'm gonna keep on dancing down in West Hollywood. I'm gonna keep on dancing at the Pink Pony Club. Pink Pony Club. I'm a
think it's a bop. I like it.
You don't have to lie. Oh, wait.
I like it. It's really catchy. And it's not
another one.
It's not what I usually listen to, but it's a really good song. I enjoyed it.
I like it.
The entire album. I've been listening to the album on repeat. It's got this like kind of modern Madonna sort of feel to it. Like I said, it's called The Rise and Fall of a Midwest Princess.
It's one of if I was watching a movie and this was part of the soundtrack, I'd be like, oh, that's really good.
You'd be like, what is that?
Yeah.
Absolutely love it, dude. What's up, dog? T-Bob would smoke this at a karaoke bar. I've been trying to sing it. I can't.
Let's hear it.
Let's
hear it.
No. No. Great voice, but hearing the words Pink Pony Club, the song is crap. What?
Ooh. Dang. Tough crowd.
Sounds like we're in a down moment on Love is Blind.
This does sound like a Love is Blind theme song.
Or like a, I don't know, like it'd be like on Euphoria or something.
Listen to this, Cynthia. How could you hear this and not fall in love? I guess, I don't know, man. My musical instincts have been off lately. Nobody liked Devils in the Canyon either. And I really like that, but I really like this. Bilbo in the chat asks, I'm going on a bachelor trip to Scottsdale this summer. There will be at least 12 of us. Is that too many dudes?
Yeah, for a bachelor trip, I think it is.
You cannot have too many dudes on a bachelor trip. Bachelor trips are about the boys.
12 of them, though?
Yeah.
I think
Bro, give me
6 to 7 is your max for me.
Shut up.
7 would be your sweet spot. I think we had 6 on my bachelor trip.
I can do like 4 or 5 girls.
Yeah, see, I think I had 6 on my bachelor trip. So yeah.
What?
And like I was one of the 6.
I don't think I know 12 people.
Yo, that's crazy.
I don't think I know 12 people well enough to where I'm like, yeah, come on vacation with me.
I feel like I had like 15 other homies at it. Shoot, I think I had like 11 groomsmen or something. I can't even remember.
Oh my God, that's so extra.
Well, I mean, you got your high school friend group. They were all still best friends.
And you have your college
teammates and best friends from there. So,
Sounds like the beginning of Mean Girls. You've got your jocks. You've got.
Yeah. I remember like having a meeting in high school where some person came in and was like, look, just to be honest with you, you're not going to stay friends with your friends in high school. You're going to go to college and you're never going to talk to any of them, blah, blah, blah. And hey, guess what, a-hole? Joke's on you, you dummy. You didn't even think about the internet, did you, stupid idiot? Because we group text every day. Turn it up! I can't explain it, but this song is how I feel about my friends. And it makes me deeply happy. Scottsdale bachelor party. All the dudes. Look at my boy Lloyd texting me. Says, what? I just went on a bachelor party with 20 balls.
What?
Exactly.
That is insane.
Yes.
Y'all have like
he gets it.
A different level
He
of
gets
socialization that I don't have.
The homies. There's no limit to bros on the batch. That's all I'm saying. Now, will sleeping arrangements in the bathrooms get awful?
Oof.
Absolutely. Absolutely. But what do you want? How bad do you want it, and what are you willing to sacrifice to get it?
I love resting, so I don't know if I can give up rest like that.
Yeah, it's like you said, you were like...
This weekend feels daunting to me.
Well, you were like, how did you just come back from Mexico, and then you're going on a sneaky Thursday bender, and then you're waking up and working out? Like,
I need that this week. Like,
how bad do you want it?
I'm intimidated by this weekend.
And
I'm not going to lie.
What are you willing to sacrifice to get it? Call me Luther Rail, because I'll sacrifice everything to get them beers. Luthen. Not Luther, excuse me.
Yeah, show some respect.
I need that T-Bob energy this weekend.
You just got to channel it. Party Bob Purple Pants. Just keep going. Bunk beds, baby. Bros on the batch, straight up.
Shoot, we were looking at houses from my bachelor trip. I'm like, guys, we're grown ass men. We're not sharing beds, and we all had our own bedroom at my bachelor trip. It was awesome. A little Airbnb, paid like $200 a person.
You had your own bedroom on the bachelor party?
Oh yeah,
your own bed.
I did.
Pathetic.
He said
I had
the
a
groom
king size
gets his own
bed
room.
and an entire
my.
room
It's fine for
by
the groom to
myself.
get his own bed, but
Two of the groomsmen shared a room. So I had my own. My brother had his own. Another groomsman had his own, and then the other two shared their bed, or shared a room with two. There were two beds in one room.
listen to this tasty little lick at the end too. Coming up here in a second. Did we really just listen to T-Bob talk about reading books right after talking crap about a laundry and DVDs? Who the hell reads books?
Yeah, get a Kindle, loser.
Oh, I hate Kindles. I'm sorry.
Yeah, exactly.
They're just not for me. Just not for me. I did the Kindle thing, and I need the physical connection
Me
of
too.
having a book in my hand.
Yeah.
Oh, I see what you're saying. Like I'm saying the same thing you are,
Yeah.
but with, oh yeah, crap. Kind of hoisted
Yeah,
on my own petard.
yeah.
Oh wait, turn this up. See, this is all the bros in Scottsdale like high-fiving.
All 15 of them.
Yeah, dude.
I feel like
Chocolate
this is
beers
somebody
for
who'd play at Chelsea's,
Yeah, I can see that.
right?
For sure. Again, if you like this sound, if it got its hooks into you like it did me, go listen to the whole album. Shut up. I hate you. I'm especially surprised it didn't though, because I feel like it makes me feel like a mid-20s woman.
I like the song, but it's not enough for me to like go listen to the
album.
rest of her stuff. Yeah.
It's crazy. I'm getting those album tingles that I haven't had in a long time. Definitely "We Are" by John Baptiste a couple of years ago was it. Last year, the only one that I really felt like that about was the Spider-Verse soundtrack. Not the what you call it. Not the score. The actual soundtrack by Metro Boomin. It was fantastic.
Metro.
Yeah. Yes, a lot of that for sure. But hey, it's like a watermark. It's like an audio watermark, you know?
Yep.
Mark your territory. It's like a lion pissing on a tree to let you know this is mine. Just doesn't smell as much.
I like that song watermark.
What's that?
That's what you just said.
What's watermark? What are you talking about?
I've never heard that song.
What are you talking about? You talking about the hotel? I don't understand. Taylor, shut up.
Are we gonna? Speaking of Taylor shutting up, are we gonna play that video of dissing him?
Yes. Give me. So I missed this when I was out, but let me see this this April Fool's joke that you played on Taylor.
Hold up. All right, we're ready.
Okay, hold on. All right,
Yeah,
go.
you can turn on Pink Pony Club.
Okay.
Thank you though. It was great. Oh, I love it.
In the on-demand section.
Taylor, before we get to weekend winners, I just want to say we're in the third hour of the show. You have been killing it so far.
Thank you.
Hosting off the bench.
I appreciate that.
April Fools.
I should have seen that one coming. I did not.
Over the sigh, but Taylor's sigh after she do it one more time. Do it one more time.
In the on-demand section.
Taylor, before we get to weekend winners, I just want to say we're in the third hour of the show. You have been killing it so far.
Thank you.
Hosting off the bench.
I appreciate that.
April Fools.
I should have seen that one coming. I did not.
It's so sad because he worked so hard, he put so much effort into doing a good show, first ever 3-hour solo show. You're in the third hour, you're feeling good, you got a good rhythm, you finally think your boy's juicing you up, and then just the immediate psych. Yeah, get wrecked, says Ryan. Lamau says Eric. I agree, dude. I agree.
I appreciate you guys having me relive this moment over and over too. That's helping as well.
The sigh was so good, dude.
In all seriousness, Taylor, you did great.
Thank you.
Psych.
You should tell them your first April Fool's joke.
Oh yeah, it was not a good one. The first one that I had.
Have y'all ever done what's an April Fool's joke that you're most proud of in your life?
That's what we talked about on Monday. I don't think I've ever done one.
Yeah, no.
Oh, really?
I
don't think so.
Well, I put like a fake snake in my dad's toilet one time because my dad, he's like, super tough guy, but he does not like snakes. Like, is terrified of snakes. That's the one thing I've ever seen my dad be scared of.
Yeah, he's got like a legitimate phobia.
Yeah, so I put a fake snake in his toilet. And every time we go to like a zoo or something, I always make sure I hold the snake to freak him out.
Wait, so what happened with the fake snake in the toilet?
Oh, he got pissed. He was super mad. He thought it was real for real.
I mean, that would be where it ends up in Texas, right? Maybe the toilet.
Probably,
or no?
yeah.
I don't know.
Front yard usually.
I've done a couple mean ones to my mom.
Ooh.
I called her one time and said, and this was after I'd had like 2 shoulder surgeries, ACL, broken leg, few screws put in. So me having to make the disappointing, hey, I've got injured again and I got to have surgery again call was always like made her sad. And I just straight up called her and told her that I fell down the stairs and re-broke my leg and was going to have to miss the season. Which is not even funny. It's just mean. And she was so upset. And then I was like, ha, gotcha. April Fools. Much funnier. I called her and I got my sisters as well. I told them all. I called them all independently at like midnight. So right when it changed over. And I told them that my little brother had gotten a girl pregnant out of wedlock.
Now that's a harmless joke.
Yes.
And they get mad at him, not you. So you're good.
Well, and he is someone who, about to be married, but in his, single life did very well with the ladies. And
so it wasn't like unbelievable.
Out the realm of possibility.
So no, well, that was the funniest part is that to a man, everyone's reaction was, damn it, I knew this was going to happen, dude. Just like, God, it was only a matter of time. Nobody gave my boy any support. Or, no, like, yes, everybody believed that it was 100% true. So that one was more fun than, trying to make my mom feel sad, which I feel bad about.
But it was just all in good fun.
Yeah. Well, that's also, again, if you want to April Fool somebody, it's a little pro tip. Waiting till midnight. Now, maybe it works because they were in California, so there's only 10 there. But waiting till midnight, so you technically, people aren't in that April Fool's mindset where they kind of got their defenses up yet. That's one way to pull that off. Emil says, putting that man's business in the street? No. It ain't like that, dude. It ain't like that, dude. I'm just saying.
He didn't really get her pregnant.
Yeah, he didn't really get anybody pregnant. That's what I'm saying.
Is that beer warming up over there? I'm trying to see a shotgun before we get out of here.
Got it right here. I got it in my knee pit,
Yeah.
T-Bob's warming up the beer in its crevices.
I once saw a video of Kieran Lee having sex with this part of the body. So weird.
What?
So weird. Yeah. I don't know, dude.
Anyways, we should get a break on that.
We probably should.
Yeah. Let's continue that conversation.
Let's just give me just a little bit of buffer between this and the ad so they don't run straight from a Kieran Lee joke into the ad. Matt C says, going to a wedding in 318 and I was told to wear khakis and either a polo or button up after I initially said I was going to wear a suit.
Oof. They're like, nah, we're casual out here.
Live your truth, dude. Live your truth. That's very funny, but yeah, you gotta do what the wedding party wants. If it's camo, if it's a polo, whatever, you gotta do it. T, you getting back into pickleball this summer? No, I am. Pickleball's fine. Pickleball's fun. It's cool. I'll check out that new thing they're building over at what used to be the Shack or whatever. But I'm a bit by the tennis bug a little bit, but both are very fun. The pickleball's tight because it's kind of like you can step into it and it's got a very low barrier of entry. Like, I'm not saying you're going to be great, but you're not going to be awful. Whereas if you just try to step into tennis, you're going to be. I mean, I am awful, to be fair, but I'm significantly better than the first day I played, which was like so embarrassing. Looking back on it. Emil says, wear a suit. It's better be overdressed than underdressed. I agree with that if they don't give you the explicit instructions of do not wear a suit. Then you have to, again, respect the bride and groom. All right, when we get back, more OTB.
Off the Bench with Hester and T-Bob.
Tommy's Windows, Doors, and Siding. Go to GEAUXTommys.com. Let's go Tommys.com, and you will see the difference clearly. You need any type of door, they got you, man. You need hardy plank or vinyl siding, they got you. You need wood or vinyl windows, they have you. And look, man, Tommy's been in this business now for 25 years. Okay, 27, excuse me. I don't want to cheat Tommy. And after 2 decades of working in the window industry, he's like, you know what, man? Learned a lot. I know this game inside out. There are things that I think I could do differently, things that I think I could do better. And he did it. And now, through 7 years, not only do they continue to grow, continue to just have satisfied customer after satisfied customer, continue to have integrity, be dependable, be professional, be efficient, but they're also a 7-time Super Service Angie Award winner. That's right, GEAUXTommys.com.
In times of need, get a full list of phone numbers, websites, and other important emergency information on the Demco Stormwatch page at 1045ESPN.com.
There it is, the extra mile, on the border of expected and extraordinary, for those willing to go further, like vans customized for work or play, with safety and tech to keep you connected. Supported by a 5-star sales, service, and finance team, and backed by the 1-star you know. So go the extra mile. It's never crowded, because so few have what it takes to go there. Mercedes-Benz Vans.
Gulf Coast Bank and Trust is giving our customers the power to bank anywhere, anytime during this challenging event. And we're right there with you. Our mobile banking app is a smart way to manage your money and time. Gulf Coast Bank and Trust, the bank that cares about you.
The best kept secret in town is out. Discover Tallulah at the Renaissance Hotel on Bluebonnet.
Power up your next project with John Deere Deals by Sunshine. Whether you're working hard or playing hard, our knowledgeable team will help you find the right product for you. Ask us about our amazing tractor package promotions. Learn more about what it means to be powered by sunshine at sunequip.com.
I've been doing business with Luber for 25 years. They're dependable, trustworthy. It's just the attention to detail with our clients.
Our folks have years and years of experience. They're highly trained professionals, but many companies have that asset. What I'd like to think makes Luba a bit different is that we use those talents in a way that truly is dedicated to serving the needs of the folks who depend on us.
Dylan Cruz here to tell you about Six Rings Baseball and Softball Camp. If you live on the North Shore and play ball, go to Six Rings Camps with former LSU assistant coach Dan Canaveri. His knowledge is second to none, and your child will improve and have fun doing it. Camps are held at Coquille Park and Six Rings Academy in Covington with 4 sessions over the summer. Full day and morning only sessions are available from ages 7 to 13. Go to sixringsbaseball.com or call.
All-Star Toyota presents Off the Bench with Hester and T-Bob. ESPN Baton Rouge, New Orleans, Alexandria, and 1130 The Tiger.
Chris Clavin says, I got married 6 years ago. My wife still gets upset when she sees pictures of the 2 people that wore jeans to the reception. Wear a suit. Yeah, I look back on my wedding pictures and like the rental suit that I had fit so badly. My sleeves went halfway down my hands, so only my fingertips were sticking out. I'm like crying. I had a Tebow fade at the time.
I feel like this
Tebow
whole
fade?
conversation started because you asked if I was wearing boots. I'm wearing a suit, guys. That's happening.
Khakis aren't a suit.
Well, I mean, if you have khakis and a coat that matches,
Then that's
It's a
pants
suit.
and a coat. That's not a suit.
It's not a suit technically,
it's not a matching
but
set.
it
It's a
does
suit.
fulfill the same function, right?
Yes.
It's not a suit maybe in name, but you're still, nobody's going to be upset.
Mm-mm. I didn't say anybody was. I'm just saying it's not a suit.
Well,
Yeah,
my-
I guess
my
I
favorite-
guess you, yes, I guess
my
you are
favorite
right.
Formal
Yeah, I am.
attire. I have these black slacks with a light gray coat. I wear that all the time.
Eric Tross says same. I looked like Flat Stanley, very boxy. Oh yeah, I did look like I look like a fat Stanley at my wedding.
I love throwback T-ball pictures. Every once in a while, he'll send one, and it's just my favorite thing ever.
I've had a lot of looks, man. I've had so many different weird looks. I cannot tell y'all how infuriated I am that at the end of this month, I'm going to have to get this stupid F-boy fade. Oh,
Wait,
my God,
you
dude.
have to?
Yes, because I agreed to do it on air for snaps.
Oh,
If we hit a subscriber goal, and we did.
I think it'll look cool.
I love my hair right now. I don't think I've ever had better hair. And you can't ever tell because I got these stupid headphones on, but I've
Well,
never
the headphones
had.
actually make it look good though, because
better hair
you got
than
a
I
little
have right
slick
now.
back right now. It almost looks perfect.
I know. And then I'd be sitting here freaking bald on the side.
All right, I get it. I appreciate good hair. I couldn't do a fade.
I'm just not looking forward to it at all. Ben Levy says, do you really think this conversation is suitable for a sports talk show? Well done, Ben. If we had merch to give out, I would give you a beer. Instead, I'll drink my beer in your honor for that dad joke.
Yeah, that was a good one.
It was good. It was great. If you saw somebody with a massive DVD collection, would you automatically assume they're a
Bro.
hoarder? Let's say you went back with a person that you didn't know,
This is carried over
and you
from
walk
the
into
break,
their living
by the way.
room and you see just a rack full of DVDs, and then you see CDs in the room. I'm assuming that person's a little thrown off.
I think there's a difference. I think when I view hoarders, I'm they're just collecting random junk. Their house really
Yeah.
messy. If you have something that you like one collection of something and it's really neat, I don't think that classifies you as a hoarder. So no.
And then Jordan had just the awful opinion that DVDs are going to come back.
I love DVDs.
That's the dumbest thing I've ever
No
heard.
way in hell do they come back.
And then he tried to compare it to fashion. No, fashion comes back. I don't know how it's going to happen, but one day basketball players will be wearing the TJ Ford baggy pants again. I cannot
down to the
fathom
ankle.
it. I just don't understand how we're ever going to think that looks cool again, but it will happen. Guarantee that. Not the case with DVDs. The beeper's not coming back. And then you say, well, what about vinyls? Yeah, okay, maybe a niche market. Yes, there's going to be a niche market, but they'll never be back and at the fore. Unless we're in some sort of post-apocalyptic setting maybe. Which at that point, though, do you really want to watch a movie if you're surviving in a post-apocalyptic setting? I don't know.
What else are you going to do?
Ben Levy says, I would assume they rock physical media, baby. So there you go. You and Ben.
There you go.
Emil says 4K Blu-ray is absolutely coming back. I guess, to be fair, sometimes I lament the fact that I don't have a 4K Blu-ray player because I really want the Lord of the Rings extended editions on 4K Blu-ray. So, because you want to take advantage of your TV. And none of the streaming services, I don't believe, are giving you true 4K, though I think They can look really. I don't know. That's the other thing, though. I sit here and I act like I want real 4K. I act like I want all this stuff. I can't see crap. My eyes are getting worse and worse over time. Stuff's getting more and more muddled and fuzzy. And yet I sit here and I'm like, I should get a new TV. Why? Your eyes can't even discern it. You dummy. Niche or niche?
I used to always say niche.
I say niche. But then we were saying niche during the break.
Yeah, I don't know.
Ashley, Megan, I'm having a garage sale right now. Speaking of hoarders, they're all in my house buying my junk. I haven't thought about a garage sale in so long.
I used to love garage sales.
I do the thing where I just fill up trash bags and then drop them off at Goodwill, and they're like, "You want a catalog?" I'm like, "No, just hopefully somebody can find some value out of this." They're old men buying my old Kung Fu DVDs. I spent 5 years in the attic. I think my funniest garage sale experience was this sweet old lady walking up to my mom and being like, "How much for this purse?" And then, telling her. And then she opens the purse that she just picked up, and there's money inside of it. And she hands my mom the money out of the purse. And then I was like, oh, well played, old woman. Look at you.
That's crazy.
He's got a free purse. Like, well done, dude.
That is well done. Can't be mad at that.
I had a garage sale experience last Saturday. We had two in our neighborhood taking Frankie for a walk, and this one was like a big garage sale. And you ever see those big inflatable, like, blow-up guys or whatever, like the car dealerships? They go crazy with the hands.
Yeah, there's a great Always Sunny bit about that. Sweet D looking like she dances like the wacky inflatable man.
So this house had a mini one that I didn't see. Taking old Frankie for a walk. He stops, starts freaking out, like losing his mind. I'm like, what's going on? Right behind the car, there's a mini one. And he hated it. So.
Did you buy it?
No, it wasn't for sale. It was just to advertise.
Oh, it wasn't part of the okay. It wasn't part of the
I would have bought it, though. It was cool.
Man, I ain't been to a garage sale in forever. It seems like that'd be fun. Emil says Aliens getting released in 4K Blu-ray next week. Okay, I'm kind of getting it now. Because I would be into that. What I'm still not into is Alondra's 720p DVDs, though. That's ridiculous. Again, not that my eyes can discern, but watching stuff in 720p makes me actively angry.
That's fine. I mean, I'm not going to stop watching DVDs because it makes you angry.
All right, when we get back, shotgun a beer and wrap up, we'll Ask the Bench, brought to you by Colker's Light Resort. Those Blue Moon Light Sky, such a sweet. Says, I just noticed a guy in the middle of Taylor Alondra just drinking beer, hanging out.
It does look like he's just chilling.
Yeah, that's Jordan.
This is Jordan.
Jordan comes in and just hangs out once a week, drinks
Say
beer.
hi to the
He didn't
people
even
real
work
fast.
here, actually.
Hey, guys.
Taylor picked him up at the gas station.
Yeah.
He
He asked
made
for a ride, and I was
when
like,
he-
"Yeah, you want to come hang out?"
When he went on the beer run.
Yeah, he didn't work here.
All right, when we get back, last segment of the week.
Off the Bench with Hester and T-Bob.
Oh, look what you've done. I'm an all-star Toyota, and I'm having fun, oh, mama. There's great deals to be had. Just ask your dad and get them in even at the All-Star Toyota. Yeah, I'm hanging out at the All-Star Toyota. AllStarToyotaBatonRouge.com. Go there today. You can buy new, used, Toyota certified used vehicles where you still get that excellent Toyota Care warranty. If you need a rent, cheaper per day rental prices than traditional rental companies. What are the body shop? The service center. Okay, you get in an accident, all makes and models are welcome. Doesn't have to be Toyota. Bring it in, get that free professional estimate. Take advantage of the awesome shuttle service where they bring you back and forth based on what you need. Again, if it's a multi-day fix, you can get a rental right there from Miss Lisa Sessions. The selection, the people, the prices, the best. Also, Toyota Baton Rouge.
Our listeners fire off their opinions on the gymsfirearms.net hotline at 499-1045. Keep listening for your next chance to shoot us your thoughts with the gymsfirearms.net hotline on 1045 ESPN Baton Rouge.
Hey, it's Matt Moscona. For years, you've heard me tell you about Insurance Network of Louisiana, helping you find better coverage for less money. But it's not just for your home and auto. They also offer commercial property. So, retail stores, professional offices like doctors, dentists, attorneys, clothing boutiques. Insurance Network of Louisiana can find you better coverage for less money They service the entire state of Louisiana, and they're local. So call today at 293-0450 or lainsurance.net.
There it is, the extra mile, on the border of expected and extraordinary, for those willing to go further, like vans customized for work or play, with safety and tech to keep you connected, supported by a 5-star sales, service, and finance team, and backed by the 1-star you know. So go the extra mile. It's never crowded, because so few have what it takes to go there. Mercedes-Benz Vans.
Yo, Jake here from my friends over at Community Steel Company located in Gonzales, Louisiana. The local place you can turn to for all of your metal building needs. Notice I said local, not Houston, not Dallas, not Atlanta, but right here in Gonzales. Visit them at their brand new state-of-the-art website at communitysteelco.com or pick up the phone and give them a call today to answer all of your questions on your metal buildings, roofing and sheet metal, and any other steel needs you or your business need at 225-647-2020.
Jerry and Benny Payne began Central Plumbing Company out of their driveway in Tanglewood subdivision. 50 years later and 4 generations down the road, we continue to serve Baton Rouge and the surrounding areas for all of their plumbing needs. Residential, commercial, industrial, or hospitality, Central Plumbing is here 24/7, 365.
We want to thank our customers, family, and friends for 50 years of success.
And looking forward to 50 more.
Power up your next project with John Deere Deals by Sunshine. Whether you're working hard or playing hard, our knowledgeable team will help you find the right product for you. Ask us about our
All-Star Toyota presents Off the Bench with Hester and T-Bob. ESPN Baton Rouge, New Orleans, Alexandria, and 1130 The Tiger.
Hell yeah. All right, this is for Kid Rock. Shotgun this thing. All right. It's been a while since they've done this, Taylor. You ready? Bite my freaking nails too much, dude.
Come on, T.
Here we go. Easy money, boys.
Took you too long to open it. I fell asleep by the time you started drinking
Shut
it, T-Bob.
That was actually
Shut up.
That was actually super fast.
That wasn't even my fastest either.
Okay.
I was a little upset by
I'm
that.
not
The
gonna
drinking
lie,
part was good. The opening was...
Yeah,
the opening. I'm an old man. I bite my nails.
I get it.
Yeah.
Little arthritis and stuff.
Catch your keys.
Ooh, he come. Oh, Taylor's,
Grab 'em. Taylor's on the heater?
Yeah, he's on a heater today.
It's been an hour 3 heater for our boy, Mr. Sharp.
Yep.
All right, let's get to some of this Ask the Bench.
I'm impressed.
Ask the Bench. Is Jake's suspension up at 10 a.m.? Yeah. We're going to welcome him back next week. Ask the Bench. Kid Rock or Limp Bizkit?
Kid Rock.
Kid Rock.
Although I did see a video of Limp Bizkit the other day, and that crowd was
in Argentina was popping.
They were so into it. Fred Durst still got it.
But yeah, Kid Rock for sure. For
No,
me
Kid
personally,
Rock,
on a personal level. But like, shout out Fred Durst for still having that.
Yeah.
I agree, Ava. That wasn't even my final form. That was like a warm up.
Yeah, that was pretty good. I'm not gonna lie.
My hole was a little messed up, so that like I had to kind of actively squeeze the beer out. I like to have it where I can form like a suction and go like, you know, really give it the gluck gluck.
The hole's always small.
Isn't that what the kids say nowadays? The gluck gluck 9000.
Gawk gawk, but yeah.
Gawk gawk.
Gawk gawk, yeah.
Yeah, just gawk it all.
Yeah.
I get you.
Jordan's like, where
Jordan
am
don't
I?
know.
I was just at the gas station and now I'm here. Like
Taylor picked me up.
What is going on?
Because I told him the Cowboys are going.
Ask the Bench. What would your UFC entrance song be?
I feel like we already answered this.
Pink Pony. Duh.
Well, I played Zombie this morning because I was watching old UFC videos and I saw Korean Zombie walking out to Zombie, and I thought
that's a good bet.
So cool. And Korean Zombie's awesome.
I've randomly seen YouTube videos of Korean Zombie as well, and it freaks me out that he can take all that damage.
Yeah.
I'd have to go Sharp Dressed Man just for the obvious reason. Not a great walkout song, but I feel like if I didn't walk out to it, I feel like if I didn't walk out to it, though, people would complain. So I'd have to.
I don't remember what I said last time. I think it was an AC/DC song. It's still going to be an AC/DC song, but I'm going to change it to Hell's Bells. Because, like, imagine I walk out to Hell's Bells and I'm just, like, wearing all black and I look super cool.
A traditional, fun, good
I was going to tell you this whenever Michael Venom Page fought. You would really like his walkout.
I mean,
you would really like Michael Venom Page because he's
it's a
entertaining.
Good name. Venom
MVP. Yeah, he's really entertaining. He
MVP.
emoted on Kevin Holland. Like he knocked Kevin Holland down and he started doing this. Like you would really like him.
Okay. I my favorite, and I'm not very experienced in the fight game, but my favorite entrance song ever is still Tyson Fury coming out to Crazy, like that slow paced, like almost like ballad, and then it's just so freaky in his throne.
Well, the one that gives me chills is Canelo's walkout song.
I don't know Canelo's walkout.
It's called Mexico Lindo y Querido, and it's like
I know
beautiful.
That song.
Yeah, beautiful and loved Mexico, and it's like an iconic song.
Oh, that's badass.
Yeah, so it's.
And I mean, I know Canelo is the pride of Mexico.
He is right now.
He's a legend.
Yeah.
In all seriousness, I'd probably do Johnny Cash. You know, the God's Gonna
Stop
Cut You
taking
Down
your
song.
answer, Taylor. Shut
that
up.
was Saul Garza's walkout song, and it was super cool.
He had that. That was his walk-up song.
Ask the bench. Paul Rudd or Ben Stiller?
For what purpose?
You Ben.
Just
oh no,
in
Ben
general.
Affleck.
Yeah, you white Ben Affleck. But yeah, good line.
I would say.
Ben Stiller.
Wait, what was the other option?
Paul Rudd or Ben
Paul
Stiller?
Rudd.
I think like Ben Stiller more accomplished, but for me personally, probably Paul Rudd. I think I've had more fun with Paul Rudd.
Yeah.
Ask the bench. I'm going to see the full eclipse Monday. Ideas on how to celebrate it.
I don't have a clever answer for that.
I don't either. I do think
Manifest Me.
One of the
shotgunning with Kid Rock.
I do. Yeah, I do think one of the funniest things in the entire world was all the run up to the last one and being like, "Don't look at the sun," and then Trump just being like,
"Yeah," he looked
like,
straight at it.
Everybody's got their glasses on. He has no glasses. Like,
that sun's got nothing on me. Stupid sun.
Look
at my skin. Okay.
I hope Shane Gillis does his impression while
Shane Gillis is
Donald
the
Trump
best Donald Trump.
Mile.
Yeah,
cried like a dog.
Cried like a dog.
Beautiful dogs.
Ask the bench. You guys watching WrestleMania this weekend? I did not know.
I don't have
this
time
weekend.
for all
I'm
that.
sorry, but
we asked Dev about it.
I'll experience the like pop culture of it. Like I'll experience like what you know.
Yeah, Dev's stoked about it.
Hell yeah! I mean, if you're a wrestling fan, man, this is your Super Bowl. Ask the bench. I'm doing lamb leg today. How should I marinate it? With some Kieran Lee glaze.
Oh God.
Oh, we're done. Y'all have a great day. We love you. We'll see you Monday.
Off
Beat
the
Vandy.
bench with Hester and T-Bob.
Beat Vandy. And go to the MMR group. Apply now at MMRGRP.com. What is MMR? You say, only the largest industrial and electrical instrumentation contractor in the entire world, guys. And so if you're a student listening and you don't want to end up in this room doing this, you want an actual career that has value and pays well and has great benefits and a dynamic culture, please, for the love of God, get in touch with MMR and let them show you the pathway to a career, okay? They can show you how to get internships, everything else, what class you need to take. But also, if you're a seasoned pro or you're just starting out, MMR wants to hear from you as well, okay? There's a lot of room on this team, guys. So what are you waiting for? Apply now, MMRGRP.com. That's MMRGRP.com. Y'all have a great week. Love you. See you Monday.
There it is, the extra mile, on the border of expected and extraordinary for those willing to go further, like vans customized for work or play, with safety and tech to keep you connected, supported by a 5-star sales, service, and finance team, and backed by the 1-star you know. So go the extra mile. It's never crowded because so few have what it takes to go there. Mercedes-Benz Vans.
Power up your next project with John Deere Deals by Sunshine. Whether you're working hard or playing hard, our knowledgeable team will help you find the right product for you. Ask us about our amazing tractor package promotions. Learn more about what it means to be powered by sunshine at sunequip.com.
I've been doing business with Luber for 25 years. They're dependable, trustworthy. It's just the attention to detail with our clients.
Our folks have years and years of experience. They're highly trained professionals, but many companies have that asset. What I'd like to think makes Luba a bit different is that we use those talents in a way that truly is dedicated to serving the needs of the folks who depend on us.
Dylan Cruz here to tell you about Six Rings Baseball and Softball Camp. If you live on the North Shore and play ball, go to Six Rings Camps with former LSU assistant coach Dan Canaveri. His knowledge is second to none, and your child will improve and have fun doing it. Camps are held at Coquille Park and Six Rings Academy in Covington with 4 sessions over the summer. Full day and morning only sessions are available from ages 7 to 13. Go to sixringsbaseball.com or call 985-206-9096. Learn the game to love the game.
BRAC teamed up to reimagine your parks, and you imagined big. With your help, we went to work, creating 12 beautiful community parks across the parish. A family-sized water park, miles and miles of trails, and parks just for your dogs. There are more places to splash, to explore, to run wild, and even soar. You imagined, we delivered. Gold. BRAC, your #1 park system in the nation.